E.T. phone home.
I'm just having some brewski beers in my Mojo Dojo Casa house.
Wendy, I'm home.
There is no place like home.
I'm home!
Hello and welcome to the House of Cinema podcast. I am your host, Joe Aragon. With me today, as always, Claira Curtis, Sydney Volpe, and in the house today, let's go. Let's go.
Wahoo.
It's me.
Wahoo. Mamma mia. That's just about as much energy as Chris Pratt does it in the movie.
Oh my God.
We're about equal.
He doesn't even have a realistic panic attack in this one.
No realistic panic attack in this one. Super Mario Galaxy is the conversation of the day on this podcast. Next week, we will tackle the drama, two movies that were released around the same time, April 1st and April 3rd. But today, conversation on Super Mario. There will be spoilers ahead. There's your warning. It's important I say that because this movie is all spoilers, if we're being completely honest.
You reckon?
So I would imagine. Like, that's a majority of the conversation of this movie is going to be just, spoiler conversation.
That's true, because it's like, what else is there to talk about?
What else is there to talk about? It's not like there's
Yeah.
a story here to really kind of break down and unpack. We got to just talk about the Easter eggs and cameos, I suppose.
Yeah.
So that's your warning for Super Mario Galaxy. Before we begin, how's everyone doing today? April's here. We're April movie month. How are you feeling, Sid?
I'm feeling good. I'm in DC right now visiting some friends. And honestly, I was hoping to come to DC, get some warm weather, but it's been kind of gloomy. So I'm just like, I'm ready for it to be warm, man. Summer movie season is around the corner.
It is,
It's
yeah.
soon. So I'm excited for that. But April is off to an interesting start. I saw the drama last night. I'm excited to talk about it with you guys. And the Mario movie always welcomes some really fun discourse. So it's off to an interesting start. What about you guys?
Yeah. Discourse that I'm sure we haven't had on this podcast before, which I'm sure, this conversation is going to echo a lot of the same feelings we had about the Minecraft movie and, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2. We'll get into that in a second. But
Yeah.
Claira, April's here. How you feeling about April?
Feeling good. April Fool's Day was a stressful day for me because I believe people at face value.
Did you fall for any jokes?
Oh, a lot. Yeah.
Anyone specifically? Any jokes specifically?
I
I did fall for one.
Which
for,
one
for
did you
one
fall
major
for?
one. The Instagram page, The Synagogue, posted 2 stills from Mindhunter saying Mindhunter's returning with a new season and or new movie helmed by Fincher. And the way I clutched my chest like,
like,
oh my God, no way, my beloved's coming back.
Yeah.
And the worst part is I saw it on April 2nd.
Yeah.
That's why
Oh,
I
then
saw
you
the
weren't being
post.
vigilant anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, I wasn't being
no.
vigilant in my kind of awareness of
They
jokes.
be deleted joke posts.
I think they should be because it was April 2nd when I was looking at it. And of course, I looked at it. It was posted a day ago, and the top comments were like, "You're evil."
Yeah.
And I was very upset by that.
Can't
So-
joke about Mindhunter.
No,
joke
that's
about
too soon.
It's too soon to joke
too
about
soon.
Mindhunter.
That's the one property that's off limits. Mindhunter.
Yeah.
Everything else, would have been fine. But anyways,
Yeah, I'm trying. Honestly, I can't remember, but
Okay.
I kept seeing posts and I was like, oh no, and then I'd be like, oh, that's not real, and then I'd feel
yeah,
better.
yeah.
But then other things were coming out that were real, and I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
like my student
It's a
loan
tough
repayment
day.
plan got canceled. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But that was for real life. So those are very exciting times. Looking forward to April. More excited probably for summer movie season in general.
Yeah.
April will be good. I'm excited. How are you feeling?
I was looking through the April movies. I'm kind of back and forth on some of the hit and misses. I think there's gonna be a lot of gems in the rough for April. Maybe not the most the biggest titles aren't the most exciting to me, but it's like the smaller ones in between the big titles that I think I'm a little bit more excited about.
Yeah,
I forgot Mother Mary is coming out in April,
Mother Mary is coming out in April.
and I'm
Yeah.
interested in Mother Mary.
Yeah.
Have you watched
Anne
the trailer?
Hathaway's- No.
Oh, the
I
trailer's
watched
cool.
it yesterday. The trailer is cool.
Is it cool?
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
So
yeah.
she's like a pop singer.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
See, this is Anne Hathaway's first movie of 4 this year.
Five.
Yeah,
I
big
think
year
it's
for-
5.
No, I think it is
5?
5.
It's
What is it,
Mother
5?
Mary, Devil Wears Prada 2, The
Yeah.
Odyssey,
End of Oak Street.
Verity, and
Oh,
End of Oak
shit,
Street.
Verity. I
Yeah.
forgot. See,
Yeah.
I write off Colin Hoover right off immediately.
Yeah.
Wasn't even in my brain.
Don't diss my
Wow.
queen.
Yeah, sorry. The Hooververse is another conversation for a
Yeah.
different day. Oh, wow. 5
I know.
films for Hathaway.
Busy lady.
Yeah, so like movies like Mother Mary, I'm excited to kind of check that out once we
Yeah.
get closer to the mid-April. But obviously, like I'm excited for Lee Cronin's The Mummy and
Yeah,
that
that'll be fun.
conversation. So, anyways, feeling optimistic about April and the summer movie month, but time to get real about Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
Maybe too real for some people.
Whoa.
Oh.
We'll get in the conversations. Don't
Yeah.
worry, guys. It'll happen. I actually want to start off today's conversation with a couple questions because usually we ask about your theater experience, and lately I've been like, well, these movies are kind of small. Maybe it's not worth kind of diving into that. This is one where I'm like, what was your theater like when watching the Super Mario movie?
Yeah.
I saw Super Mario Galaxy at the midnight screening.
Yeah, you went
That's
to
right.
the thing.
You know, this is like
You
the
did
first
that.
time in a long time they've done a midnight screening.
Yes.
Because I thought that midnight screenings, I hope I didn't just make this up. I thought that they stopped being a thing because of the shooting that happened.
They basically
Yeah,
did.
they did.
and
There
so
wasn't
now,
like a statement made like, hey, we're stopping because of what happened. But I think it was a pretty like this happened and then they went away.
Yeah.
right. And so now it's like movies come out Thursday, like later in the day.
Exactly.
And then the full release Friday. But maybe because the Super Mario movie came out technically on a Wednesday, and so screenings started Tuesday. Did you see it
Yeah.
at midnight on Monday?
No, Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
Midnight on Tuesday. Oh, so maybe then screening started Wednesday. Maybe
So
they
yeah, it
just
was
felt
still
like that
technically
was a bit different because it wasn't a Friday release. I don't know.
I can't speak on any other states, but at least a large part of Los Angeles, many of the schools are on spring break right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
So were there kids in your screening?
oh yeah, man.
Really?
I mean,
Were
like,
those,
not,
like, the
we're not talking
minion-
like 7-8-year-olds, but we're talking like
Middle schoolers.
middle schooler to high schoolers.
Yeah.
My theater was
Wow.
packed at midnight.
Wow.
We're like, I was shocked by how many people were there. And it was like Avengers Endgame status reactions in my theater, if
Wow.
I'm being honest.
Oh my God.
Spider-Man No Way Home type reactions. Every reveal in this movie garnered some type of over-the-top reaction from some children and teenagers in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Like we're talking whoops and hell yeahs and standing up and clapping.
And do you think that's coming from a genuine place, or is that kind of in the same ironic tone as like them freaking out about like the Minions movie?
The gentle
Or like
minions.
the Gentle
Yeah.
Minions or Chicken Jockey.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I think it's a combination of both things.
Okay.
I think there are some genuine excitement about some of the reveals in the movie. I think the biggest moment in the movie that got the most reaction. I said spoiler warning already, so I
Yeah,
can say it.
yeah. We're good.
I'm going to give one more just in case because this movie is all spoilers. The biggest reaction was received from Mr. Game & Watch's reveal in this movie.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Fox was already spoiled. If Fox would not have been spoiled a week earlier, then I think that would have easily taken the cake. But people
Yeah.
knew Fox was in this movie.
Yeah.
Mr. Game & Watch's 5 seconds of screen time at the very end, I thought my theater was going to explode. Like it just went off the chain. People were
Yeah.
going crazy for that moment.
Oh my God.
And so to answer your question, I think it's a combination of some genuine people who are like, I love Nintendo, and seeing these like precious characters on screen for the first time
Yeah.
is exciting for them. But also, I think, yeah, movies have unfortunately changed for the worse in that they have become these event type films in which having exaggerated emotions and exaggerated responses to them is a part of the bit. So it's a little bit of both.
Yeah. And do you feel like too, like it being a midnight screening also almost like encourages that
Right.
It
behavior
almost
more?
encourages the behavior for sure. I mean, we're talking like groups of 5 or 6 people, all good friends who are all
Teenage
dressed up.
boys out late. Yeah.
Yes,
like-
you know,
Night
they're
out
out
on a
late.
weeknight.
I know.
It's a
It's a
Wednesday,
witching hour for
Tuesday
them.
nights. I know, like we're supposed to be at school in the morning, so we have to be in bed right now, but we don't have to be.
Yeah.
You know, and they're all hopped up on sugar and soda, and so they're like having a blast.
And you know, that's fun.
Yeah,
And
that is fun.
that's an experience they're gonna
At least the kids
cherish.
are in movies, man.
No, exactly.
guess.
Like truly.
They're enjoying the movie. So my theater, very reactive, very
Yeah.
excited. How was your theater,
Okay.
Sid?
That is not the experience that I had
Really?
at my
no.
theater. I saw it on Wednesday at like 1 p.m. So it wasn't, a primetime screening, but it was like pretty full in there. My theater was pretty quiet. There were
Demographic?
all I know is that there was a man sitting to my right who seemed to be late 30s, early 40s, and he was having a grand old time. He was having like the best time of anyone in that theater. I'm like, man, I wish you'd seen it at a better time. Maybe you would have been in like a crowd that had reactions were similar to you. But yeah, he was laughing a lot. He just seemed like excited by it. But otherwise, I heard some chuckles throughout the theater here and there, but it was pretty quiet.
Dang, you went to the cinephile screening then, huh?
I know. Wow. I was like, is that AMC Boston Common? But I don't know, middle of the day, but it is like spring break. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Clara?
How's yours, Clara?
I went to a screening on Wednesday as well, but mine was at 9:45 in the morning.
Okay.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
The gamut here of experiences.
Morning Mario movie.
Yeah.
There were like a lot of people in there because it's spring break, so it's a lot of families, and I think also that's like an ideal time to take a kid to a movie. Like,
right.
I think there's a lot of ease in being like, no popcorn and soda. It's 9:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Good point. Too early for candy.
Yeah, which I think is good. Although those kids were revved up, so they were still pretty excited. It was fairly packed. It wasn't like super full. It was empty for like a Dolby theater, I would say. Like even though there were a lot of people in there, like there was a lot of space. The kids were amped. Mostly, like it was mostly families for me. It was really funny. They do like the Dolby ad, and they're showing you like what Dolby can do, and da 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 da.
You think this is black? This is actually black.
This is the real black. There was this little kid, and that started, and there's like thunder, and it's like intense, and the kid's like, "Oh, I don't like this," and I was like, "Oh no!"
At least they didn't
little
have at South by Southwest when it goes all around.
Oh yeah, the Dolby sound, or whatever it is.
Scary.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I was like, "Oh, that's so cute." But so it was a lot of that where like I'm getting a lot of crowd reaction, but it's from little kids reacting to like very random things, which is fun. But my theater had the same biggest reaction as yours did with Easter eggs, where like, what's his name, Mr. Draw and Watch?
Game and Watch.
Game and Watch shows up, and a dad, it had to have been a dad, goes, "Yeah!" Like,
I was a little
really
excited
intense.
by that. I can't lie.
I mean, it was
interesting.
like,
as somebody,
cool.
look, this is maybe a good pivot to talking about our relationship with Mario and Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because I think it's easy to immediately assume, or a lot of people, critics of us are going to assume if we don't like it, we must not have been Nintendo fans, or we must not be fans of Mario. That seems to be like one of the three default defensive, insecure positions people are taking when they criticize this movie.
Yeah.
And I want to make it very clear, I was raised on Nintendo.
Same.
Like many, many, many people. I probably played every Mario every Mario game. Not ever. I think I stopped playing them like religiously, like when I was like late in high school. But like played Mario 64, played the ones on Game Boy, the ones on Super Nintendo, the ones on GameCube. These movies mean a lot to me. I played Super Smash Brothers with my friends like religiously growing up. I think I was a Mr. Game & Watch main. That was my main character I would play in that game sometimes.
Awesome.
So like that character means a lot to me in that sense. And for most people, that's going to be the relationship they have with that character. Star Fox means the world to me. Love Star Fox. And I love Nintendo. And I love Mario. I mean, these movies, those games mean a lot to me. So I want to love these movies is what I'm getting at. It's not for a lack of being a fan of the franchise. I think that's part of where my frustration arises from this movie, is that because I am such a big fan, I do demand and have high standards for what a movie should be. What's your relationship like to Nintendo, Sid?
Very similar to you. I mean, like most video games, I played the most when I was like high school or younger. I mean, I grew up with 4 siblings. We were constantly playing Super Smash Brothers, Super Mario Party. I loved Paper Mario and Super Mario Sunshine. Those are like my favorite ones. Super is such a good game.
I see why they didn't adapt Sunshine now. There's too much story and message in there.
I know.
Heaven forbid we do a
Dole
Mario
down
movie
the
about
environmentalist
pollution and
themes.
environmentalism. I see why they skipped it now. Yeah.
With hoppers, that would be just too much.
Oh my god.
We had Super Mario 64. That was like such a core memory. Actually though, I don't think I've ever played Super Mario Galaxy.
I'm playing it right now.
Yeah, that is the kind of like a Gen Z's like go-to Mario
Right.
game.
It is, yeah.
That's kind of
It's a
like
bit
their because
newer.
Nintendo's very good at ensuring that every generation has their go-to Mario game. Like for me, it was Mario 64, but mostly Sunshine.
Mhm.
And now like Gen Z, I think really has Galaxy, and now Gen Alpha will have Odyssey. And they're very good at being intentional with ensuring that every generation has their Mario game, though. But Galaxy's popular. Like, there's no
Yeah, it's
doubt.
very
Galaxy's
popular.
very
People say it's
Yeah.
like a masterpiece of a game.
It's
They
very
could
good.
unite everyone and make a Speed Racer style Mario Kart movie.
They
they don't wanna
could.
do
They'll
that.
they never will.
They don't want
never
to do
will.
that.
They did give us this is one of the many frustrating moments, but they did give us like a taste and tease of a different animation style in this movie.
I know.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, just so you can make a whole movie like that.
Literally looks really good.
They decided to have sauce for like 2 seconds.
For
Yeah.
2 seconds, I was like,
Just a
oh
little
shit, that
tease.
thing rocks. We'll talk about
Yeah.
that moment in a second, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Claire, Mario?
I also grew up on Mario. My first console ever was an NES, actually, which is cool.
Wow.
So I was playing like Zelda and like the OG Mario games on that and Duck Hunt. And then I had a DS. Having a DS was like the coolest thing I ever owned when I was a kid. Like,
I
that
had
was
one of the like
biggest
bright
deal.
blue ones.
Ooh, I had
Or
the dark
was that
blue.
the 3DS? When the 3DS
It might have
came
been.
out, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's
Right.
high tech.
I never had a 3DS. I had a DS, like the
No,
original
the
DS.
DSi.
And then I had a DS
Oh.
Lite.
Yeah.
I never had a DSi either, but
Okay.
I
I
didn't have
loved
a
my
3DS.
DS. Honestly, my favorite Mario game of all time is Mario 64 for DS.
Yeah?
Specifically the
Okay.
DS port of it because it's a little different, and I love that game. My big ones were like Animal Crossing. I was playing constantly. I was
Yeah.
playing a lot of Zelda. I was playing Pikmin. I
Yeah.
loved Pikmin.
Oh, loved Pikmin.
Yeah,
I was
so-
always frustrated by Pikmin when I was a kid.
really.
Really?
I played the first one when it came out on GameCube, and I think I was
I loved it.
a little dumb.
It's
And
kind of
I just,
scary.
I didn't really understand how it worked when I first played it at 11 years old. I was like,
Yeah.
why do they keep dying? There's too much like math involved. Like throw these ones and you throw like exactly 10 of them. I don't know. I got
See, and that was like my favorite thing in
yeah,
the world.
I was like not smart enough for that.
I think
that
it was
game.
kind of dark that they're all dying. Like actually
die?
dying.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
so many Pikmin die.
Yeah.
You see like their souls evaporate.
Yeah,
little
it's
ghost-
really
oh.
sad.
And it really is like you have to kill them. Like you
Yeah,
can't
like
not
the
you
kill
have
them.
part of the
to,
game is that you
yeah.
have to
Yeah.
sacrifice them. Yeah.
It
That's
was
like
rough.
a hard moral dilemma to put on a child.
Yeah, it was. That's why I'm the way I am now.
Hey man, at least we're challenging kids at a young age.
I know. But yeah, so
Ever
I
heard of the trolley problem?
draw it with Pikmin. That's awesome. Yeah, so I love Nintendo. And that's the thing too is in a way I think that's almost a downside to something like this where it is just Easter eggs because I'm able to recognize the Easter eggs so easily, but seeing the way they're like mashed together is frustrating because it feels especially random and like incoherent because I'm like, yeah, I get this is from that game and this is from that game. What are we doing here? Like,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
the point of bringing these all together? So that's like kind of a bummer because yeah, I agree. I went in wanting to like the movie, like even before
we
the
were
movie.
like
I
excited.
think we were all
excited.
vocal about being
we had
excited
an
for the
open
movie.
mind.
yeah, we
Yeah.
were like genuinely looking forward
The
to
trailer
checking it
was
out.
fun. I think they had nailed a lot of the character designs and the voice cast or the new voice cast specifically. Brie Larson and Benny Safdie seemed really exciting to like join this cast. Donald Glover was last minute like, hey, he's Yoshi.
Yeah,
I think there were a lot of moments leading up to this movie that we were like, yeah, I'm on board.
yeah, like this could be great.
And then it came out.
And then it came out.
I want to skip Rotten Tomatoes for this particular episode, mostly
Yeah?
because I think we've had this conversation ad nauseum, and we know how exactly. I'm sure you guys know what the scores are. Or at least if you don't know the exact scores, you know exactly how it went.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like the endless discourse on the internet right now is critics don't like the movie, but don't worry, audiences did. And so a lot of people are taking, argument number 2 is, well, the critics are out of touch. They don't understand what's
They don't know
going
how
on
to
here.
have
They
fun.
can't have fun.
They can't have fun. This is a movie made
They're
for the
snobs.
fans. They're
Yeah.
snobs. They're out of, yeah. Anyways, obviously we vehemently disagree with that for a variety of reasons. I think you said it yesterday in a video that Sydney had posted I watched, but critics don't need to validate audiences' feelings. But it's
No.
people seeing
Yeah.
that's what critics are there for.
It's weird. It's kind of like they're telling on themselves that they care so much what critics think.
It's my
Literally.
favorite. Like, I don't care what they think, and then they spend the next like 10 minutes or next 10 posts complaining about what critics think.
No,
Yeah.
they will throw a fit for days about it.
Yeah.
It's a conversation we've had 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want the exact scores, I can give them to you right now.
Yeah.
Throw them out.
I'll just give them to you. Super Mario Galaxy, 41% critic score, 90% audience score. It's about
Those have
exactly what you
gone
think it
down.
is. They've gone down a little bit. I believe the first Mario movie is around the same. I think the first Mario movie might have like a 50 something.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly, but we'll get more into that chasm and that difference of why that's happening. I kind of want to just open up the conversation with the most obvious one. And what do you think of the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Sid, you want to give us your initial reaction, thoughts of the film?
I mean, as you said, we were excited. I definitely had an open mind about it. I remember I thought the first one was not great, but I was able to have some fun with it. I liked some decisions that they made in terms of like adapting it to a film. And this one, I think it started off okay, but as it goes on, I think what becomes most clear is that what little story it does have is very clearly just so reverse engineered from like all of the references and like things that they want to incorporate into the film. And so there are things here, especially like I liked what they were doing with Peach's character, where I'm like, ooh, this is cool. Like, could this be something? And then it feels like any story beats it actually has are just sort of like like little lines of dialogue thrown here and there so that there is some semblance of a story and they're not actually caring to like get into that. I thought a couple moments were fun. I actually really liked Mini Bowser. I thought that Benny Safdie was great and that those had some good moments. But the longer it goes on, the more it just starts to feel like noise and it gets a little exhausting, and any like goodwill I had for it, I was just like, okay, this was what I think realistically I knew it would be deep down. And I love looking at these movies. I love bright colors as much as any kid. Like, I love looking at them. I think the animation is beautiful. I just wish it was serving a better purpose.
Well said. Clara, what's your immediate takeaway?
I mean, that sums it up very nicely. Like we said, like we were looking forward to this. I was excited, but it is like within the first like 15 minutes, I'm a little bit like, oh, okay, I need to calm down a little bit. And I'm glad I had that moment with myself, because it is like I want to meet the film where it's at, but it is kind of a bummer when where the film is at is just barely through the door. And a lot of what we have here narratively feels kind of just like a rehash of the last movie. It's like, oh, it's about identity and family and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, we just did that. And I'm fine with like expanding on that further, but we're not really expanding on anything, because it's not the point of the movie essentially is not the story of the characters. It's let's show off this and let's show off that. And that is a bummer to see. I find it so bizarre because it's directed by the same guys who directed the first one. It's written by the same guy who directed the first one. It's the exact same creative team behind this. But there's such a disconnect from the first film, I feel like, which is a little jarring to see here. How do you feel, Joe?
I mean, I'm in the same boat as you guys. I think we all gave this 2 stars, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Certified
wow.
2-star banger.
Certified House Cinema 2-star banger, apparently. I think it's fine. It is a plotless, nostalgic slop mess, and essentially a movie designed to keep iPad kids engaged for 98 minutes. And even though it has like no real desire for storytelling, I don't think there's anything like sinister about the movie. In the same way, I don't think Cocomelon is sinister at face value. I don't think it's
Right.
healthy. And I think it's ultimately like a bunch of scenes stringed together by a very loose and basic narrative. There are threads of something interesting with some of the characters, like the Bowser kind of starting off as a good guy and not wanting to kill Mario and Luigi was like, okay, maybe they're trying something here. That was quickly over, as soon as we get to the end of that movie or
Yeah.
that arc. And then there was something interesting with the Peach and Rosalina relationship as well,
Yeah.
about, them being separated at some point in their lives they're sisters, which was not canonical, I believe,
That's not
No.
canonical.
prior to this movie.
And I was seeing a little bit of distress online because people are like, I've been shipping them
Yes,
for
people-
years.
Yes, I know.
People have been making a lot of fan art.
Yeah.
Don't Google it.
Right.
Or Google it if
Or
that's
if
your
you're
thing.
into that, you can Google it. But there's been a lot of fan art explicitly depicting these two as lovers
Yeah.
rather than sisters. But now they are sisters according to the movies.
Is the movie like the canon?
It's going to be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah, I
like
think
to your
so.
point, Clara, about the directors and like the disconnect from the first one, I got to be honest with you. A part of me thinks that while they have obviously a hand in shaping these films, this feels like Mr. Illumination is making these movies. Like there is a very set standard of what Illumination wants to make for these movies, and they're going to do it. Like I don't know how much any director will have an influence on how these movies will come out in the future, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, and I'm wondering too if it's Illumination having a pretty firm hand here, but also Nintendo, because like Nintendo is like
Nintendo as well.
notoriously very protective of their IP.
Yeah, and they want it to be expressed in a certain way that
Exactly.
they approve
Right.
of. And so
Yeah.
it really feels, a combination of Mr. Nintendo and Mrs. Illumination. And they're like, hey, this is what the movie's going to look like no matter what, no matter who's involved. Like you could get Bong Joon-ho direct Super Mario and they won't care. Like they don't care about like the actual voice of the directors. This is just kind of like the product that we're going to be served on a platter every other year. Last time Mario came out, what, 2024?
What?
Yeah, it wasn't last year. 2024. It had to be.
Oh, 24?
I'm guessing
2023.
Damn, it's
Okay.
been that long.
I know. Wow.
3
years. So every couple of years, this is what they'll serve to us, and people will lap it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder too if it's like adapting, It's not, I don't think it's as direct of an adaptation of Super Mario Galaxy, the game, as
not.
people might have thought. There's like so
Yeah.
much crammed in here. But I mean, audiences are just like so ravenous. I think that there are a lot of things in here where I'm like, man, it would have been cool if the whole movie was about just this arc, or if this was
Yeah.
like a Princess Peach movie or something like that. But they just tried to cram in so many ideas because I think they know that audiences are just really impatient and they want to give them like the maximum amount of Easter eggs and whatever. And that just totally overwhelmed anything going on with storytelling or actual like filmmaking.
Yeah, it's a sensory overload of a movie. There were several
Yeah.
times in this movie where I agree, by the way, with what you said, Sid, and that I think these movies look great.
Yeah,
Like,
they do look
visually
good.
speaking, I think like I love the way everything is colored. I think the animation's really cool. It is like very vibrant and the color really pops at you. I think that looks all really amazing. And
Yeah.
they've nailed down the sound design.
Oh,
And
for
these
sure.
movies sound great. They are using every imaginable, recognizable sound you can think of in Nintendo. It's in this movie. But there are several times I had this conscious realization of like, wow, there's a lot going on right now. And it's like a bit of an overload on my brain with the sensory, just how much is happening on the screen. And it really feels like they recognize that their audience is going to be, their prime audience will be from ages 5 through 14. And this is the best way to keep them involved. This is the Subway Surfers movie. They're going to be, it's moving at a neck break pace. And they don't have time to like get bored. There's no time to get bored in this movie at all. To actually sit with your feelings and sit with your thoughts because
That's
it's moving
true.
so quickly. It wants you to be like, here's the character, here's the basic storyline. Before you get bored, here's Star Fox,
New
here's Fox
guy.
McCloud,
Yeah.
here's this object from this world, here's this world from Super Mario Galaxy. And it's like, you will never stop scrolling the movie.
Yeah, it is a little like every single moment. It's like the movie relies on the audience member being dazzled by like the characters that are on screen. And it feels a little like, I don't feel respected as an audience member if they think that's going to like be enough. And for a lot of people it has been, but I do feel like it's a weird experience because there's always so much going on that you're like looking at and like taking in. But I did feel bored and exhausted at the same time, but not in the way that it's like, the movie has nothing going on. It's just that it's also hollow.
Yeah.
That it feels like it's like your brain is something bad is happening to your brain. It's brain rot.
In a way,
is.
it is.
Kind
I'm
of
like,
is,
when I
yeah.
compared it to Cocomelon, I think people
Yeah.
thought that was an insult. And maybe in a way it kind of is. It's more of an insult until that, in the way that Cocomelon doesn't really respect its audience, I don't think this movie respects its audience as well.
Yeah.
Let's go back to something you said earlier, Sid. I want to talk about the voice cast. This might be the easiest way to enter the film. New voice cast in Benny Safdie as Bowser Jr., Brie Larson as Rosalina, Donald Glover as Yoshi. Am I missing somebody?
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell as Star Fox. I want to
Star
save Glenn
Fox.
Powell for Star Fox in a second, though.
Okay.
Let's go, or Fox McCloud. I know someone's like, oh, these boomers are calling him Star Fox.
No,
His name is
that's
Fox
not
McCloud.
his name.
Yeah, I know his name is Fox McCloud. It's like me calling like every gaming system a Nintendo.
Yeah.
I know who Fox McCloud is. Anyways, new cast. I thought Benny Safdie was great, as you had pointed out, Sid. I think he's a great Bowser Jr. He feels like the one character or the one voice performance that has the most emotion at times. Like he's really just like going for it.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fun. I think that's like those moments are the most exciting moments, or when Bowser Jr. is kind of being a little shit and kind of going crazy and all of them. He's like, no, I want to fucking kill all of them. You know, I'm enjoying Benny Safdie's performance in this a lot. What do you think, Clara?
I totally agree. I thought he's arguably maybe the best new addition of everyone here, just because like his character gets to do the most and like is providing the most like narrative structure for the entire film. It's all kind of revolving around his plan to get his dad back and like destroy the universe and all this kind of stuff. And so like it is satisfying to listen to him because he does sound so good. And like I think he sounds good at a baseline, but I also think the reality is he sounds even better when he's up against Chris Pratt and Charlie Day, who
That's a
are
good
both
point.
great, but like they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, oh no, like
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. Like, it's such a there's such a big gap between the way they're doing their performances that at times is a little distracting, but also in the end like really makes Benny Safdie look great here.
Really good
Right.
point.
Yeah.
I think of that video where Chris Pratt was cast as Mario
Oh
for the very first time. And he's like doing like a selfie mode video. And he's like, it's a me, Mario.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the voice like that. It'll be different. It turns out it was just like that.
It was
Literally
just like that.
I love that you brought up the kind of the contrast between the two, because it does really emphasize how good Benny Safdie is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to add anything to Benny Safdie, Sid? I know you mentioned earlier, but you want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I think he came in and is like far and away the best performance that there has been in the movies, because it's just refreshing to hear someone like actually voice acting, like doing something interesting with their voice in a way that I think is different from like doing a silly voice for like Yoshi. I guess especially because Bowser Jr. does have a lot more like emotion. I think his character probably got the most to work with, like you said, Clara, with like their actual like arc and feelings, which helped a lot. But yeah, and I think the character is cool, and I think that he offered the best action sequences in the film too.
Mm.
Yeah. Those are a lot of
Separate
fun.
from their performance, but yeah, thought he was great.
I would love to have said Brie Larson as great as Rosalina.
Because she
Where
is
was
good
she?
as
She is.
Rosalina.
Where
But
was
where
she?
was she?
She's in a little
Rosalina,
bubble.
Sidelined
Yeah.
in her movie. You know, this is Super Mario Galaxy. Rosalina is such a big figure in that franchise. You would expect her to be involved more, but she basically shows up in the first 5 minutes of the movie, is gone for the next 90, and then shows up in the last 8. Were you shocked by that at all?
Honestly, yeah, because like as I've been playing through Super Mario Galaxy, like she's there the whole time. Like she's hanging out and she's helping. And so I'm like, it's so weird seeing her totally sidelined in what in theory like kind of should be her movie. But that speaks to the larger problem of like this film doesn't really have a coherent identity, because like this very easily could have been, like we said, a movie about Peach and Rosalina, which I thought at first they were kind of setting up nicely with her like reading the book to the Star Kids, and she's like, I'm gonna tell you about Princess Peach, and they're like, no, tell us about Mario. And then it's like that would have been a fun subversion of like, oh, the Star Kids are saying tell me more about Mario, but then the whole movie ends up being about the princesses. I think that would have been
Yeah.
interesting, but it's not willing to commit to that, which is a bummer. So yeah, it was kind of frustrating not hearing more of her, because I mean they do quick little cutaways to her again like later in the film, but she's always just like, oh, I'm trapped, like like how dare you.
Yeah.
And there's just nothing for her to do really.
And it's a bummer because Brie Larson is so she loves Nintendo
She
and she loves
loves
this franchise.
Nintendo.
I feel like she
Yeah.
would have really lended her voice really well to the character if given the opportunity to really do something.
Yeah.
I know. I wonder if she's bummed or if it was originally intended for her to be in it more. But I'm like the prime audience for like magical sister shit. Like, but it really just made me want to be watching like Frozen or something because there was just the moments were there, but yeah, the story is so thin. And yeah, I would be a little more upset about it if like Peach wasn't because it's like, man, you're really gonna make her just like the damsel in distress, just like locked up the whole movie. And I do like that Peach is the one who's like rescuing her sister. But then I'm like, man, I want to go on this adventure with Peach. I don't want to like
Yeah.
cut to Mario and Luigi and do the like
Baby
power up
Mario
the
Luigi
super
shit.
cut. Yeah, like baby
Yeah.
Mario. Like let's like make a montage of every single power up you can get in the Mario games, just because we know you'll like seeing that, but it has nothing to do with like what's actually going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to CinemaSins it, but I did have the question that in my brain while watching it is that Rosalina seems to be aware that Princess Peach is her sister.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why is it taking her so long to kind of reach out to her?
I think it was the idea. Well, I think it's less about reaching out. I think her thought is we can never be together because when we're together, we become so powerful, and bad guys want to use that to destroy the universe. Like that's
Yeah.
why
Wow.
she
So it's like a
shipped her away in
secret.
the first place. Yeah.
But
Oh,
but-
interesting. I did not get that from the movie at
oh,
all.
okay.
Oh yeah, because remember when she was telling the
I mean,
story,
I know when they
it's like
touch and like yeah, they
Yeah.
can create
Yeah.
fucking universes or stars or some bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just said something like that. Like
But
they do
They have
like the
they're made of stardust.
wouldn't it be more interesting if to make the like Boomsday machine or whatever they needed both sisters? Because then they just capture Rosalina and it's like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that's the byproduct of like no one knew they were sisters.
yeah.
Like Bowser Jr. doesn't know
That's
that
true,
they're
that's
siblings,
true.
so it's like, how would you even know that that's possible? I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe that would have been a really cool way to kind of reveal though that they are sisters. I
No,
mean, like we get like
yeah.
a in the very beginning of the movie, you get like a Peach flashback of her like being close to Rosalina. I thought at first they were implying Rosalina was her mom.
I thought that
I did
too,
not,
and
but
I was like,
they were
man, she looks
implying that they were
great.
sisters. I know. I was like, wow, drop the skincare routine.
I know,
Rosalina.
you're getting Botox, girl.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't know they were implying they were sisters, but whatever. It was just a thought, a passing thought.
Yeah.
Okay, we can all agree that we like Benny Safdie. We like Brie Larson for the minimal screen time she's in the movie for.
Yeah.
The old cast, we're not getting anything new here. They're all there talking, using their normal voices.
Should we talk about Yoshi?
We can talk about Yoshi. I love Yoshi as a character.
Yeah, I
Yoshi's
love
here
Yoshi.
now. Where is
Got a
he?
Yoshi bobblehead back there.
Oh, that's
There?
right.
Yeah.
I'm so glad
Was
you
it-
got it.
Took an arm and leg to get that thing, but I got it.
Yeah.
So I love Yoshi. I don't know how I feel about Donald Glover as Yoshi. I have no feeling either way, for being honest.
Yeah.
There's something specific about Yoshi that I'm like, whoa, Donald Glover is doing something crazy with his voice. He's doing like
Yeah.
a high-pitched Yoshi voice, which we've all done at some point in our life.
Yes.
I don't think it's like, whoa, specific to Donald Glover.
Do you like the fact that they are playing him so like they make him just be Yoshi, like he's not speaking, like Toad is talking in this, and like a lot of these characters that usually don't have voices have them in this world, but Yoshi specifically like isn't.
Yeah,
really a
I mean,
speaking
like
character?
Toad may not speak a lot in the games, but they have like dialogue.
That's
And, you know,
true.
like
Yeah,
speech bubbles will
he
pop up,
speaks.
and
Yeah.
you can read what he's saying. So that makes sense why he's speaking. I'm glad Yoshi's not talking.
Okay. Yeah.
That would be weird.
It
That's
would
a
be
little
weird.
sacrilegious. Yoshi can't talk. It's
Yeah,
like
that would feel wrong.
like Pluto. Pluto can't talk.
Yeah.
Don't let Pluto talk.
Yeah. I don't want to hear Pluto talk.
Goofy
He's
can
like
talk.
he's like Groot.
Oh.
Goofy
Yeah.
can talk. Yeah, Goofy can talk.
Because Goofy's a dog, right?
Yeah, they're both dogs.
Well, Pluto's also a dog.
That's
Well,
the
that's
point.
that's the point. Yeah,
That's why
Pluto,
it's like
Pluto's not
huh.
allowed to talk. Goofy can.
Yeah.
I have seen some arguments that Goofy's a cow. I've seen that people make that.
Oh,
argument.
interesting.
Oh, I have seen that too. Yeah.
But he's a dog, I think.
Yeah, I think they're
Yeah,
dogs.
I think he's a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yoshi don't talk. I'm glad they didn't make him talk. That would have been weird.
Yeah.
It would have been weird. But yeah, I'm with you. I came out and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I actually feel like I feel slightly negative on it. Because Yoshi, I picture as being this like really high pitched, very like clear, like pure sound. And he has a little bit of like a
I
Like
know
it's
what
closer
I
to
know what you're
Toad
saying.
than it is. There's a little bit of like you know,
There's,
like
there's something in the voice where there's not as a crisp sound to the
yeah.
Yoshi
I'm like they should have
kind of
gotten like a
thing.
little kid to be Yoshi or something.
But no, little kids don't bring in tickets like Donald Glover does.
That's what I'm saying.
For
so
sure.
Childish Gambino.
I understand why they did it, but I was a little disappointed in the Yoshi voice. But he barely says anything.
Yeah,
or
he
does
doesn't say
anything,
much
so,
in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how they introduce Yoshi as like this big reveal, like, oh, it's Yoshi in the pipes who's causing mayhem. And then he's like, we're given maybe 10 minutes, not even that. We're given like 5 minutes to be fascinated by Yoshi and be excited for Yoshi before we move on to the next one.
I know,
It's
exactly.
like every new thing, it's like, we don't even want you to relish in this appearance of this new thing. We're going to move on from it very quickly.
I know it feels more
Yeah.
like it's like, oh, here's how they met Yoshi. Now he's just here, and it's not like part. It's not like part of the story. It's just like, we know you want Yoshi. Here is Yoshi.
Yeah.
Let's talk Glenn Powell's Fox McCloud.
Okay.
Okay.
I love Glenn Powell's Fox McCloud.
Yeah.
I think they nailed this casting. I think
Okay.
it helps that we know and identify Glenn Powell so much as pilot characters in his career, as Top Gun, or what was that one?
Oh, what is that one?
Oh, Devotion.
Devotion. He produced, I believe, like a documentary,
Yes.
Blue Angels, which is about pilots as well.
Yep.
So he's associated with pilots, and I think like it made sense to cast him. He has this like inherent whimsy about him that some people hate. I like. I still find, I guess, shoot me now in the crowd of people, everyone. I still find Glenn Powell charming. I
do
know
too.
we're not allowed to say that in Big 2026, I suppose.
No.
But I still find him charming. And so when he made the reveal video of him like hopping around the movie theater,
I thought that was fun.
I loved it. I was
It
like,
was
I'm on
cute.
board with you.
Yeah.
I'm on board with you. And he does have like, there's something about like the cadence of his voice. There's something specific about it that has like this adventurous edge to it. And so that fits Fox McCloud very well, who is obviously a pilot who defends the Lilat system and defends his friends and loves to get in dogfights and fight people. It works for me.
Yeah.
I like Glenn Powell's casting. How do you feel about it, Clara?
I like the casting too. Again, though, I wish he was doing more here. This is another instance. Well,
do you wish he was doing more? Or how do you even feel about? Well, okay, I'm interrupting.
Do you mean the
It's
character
okay.
was in it more, or Glenn Powell was doing more?
the character?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm interrupting you.
It's
I'm
okay.
getting too excited.
It's okay.
That's what the Mario movie did to me. It gave me over.
Yeah, whoa.
Has me overwhelmed. And okay. Anyways, Glenn Powell as Fox McCloud. Continue before I ask the follow-up question.
I'm bummed because there's multiple instances of this in the movie, like we were already pointing out. But I think another moment where this like teases the idea of something that would have arguably been more interesting, and then it like pulls back, is when Mario and Luigi like walk up to the ship and they like see Fox McCloud for the first time, and there's this like back and forth as they like size each other up, and I was like, oh, they'll be like enemies, like they'll be like frenemies, and I like that dynamic, and I think that would have been fun. Like, oh, maybe they both like Princess Peach, and it's like this whole thing. I think that'd be interesting. Like,
I thought they were doing that.
I thought they were doing
excited.
that too.
And I mean, obviously, that's the joke. Is like, oh, you think you're gonna hate each other, and then they go, nice mustache, nice plane, and it's like, haha, that's funny, and it's like. Sure, but also then where do you go narratively? Like there's just nothing to do with him now besides
Yeah.
have him fly the plane, and it's like that's fine,
Yeah.
but there's not a lot to do there, which is a bummer.
You nailed it.
Yeah,
You
there are
nailed
no character dynamics. Like,
None.
I guess there are between like Mario and Bowser. Like, I think it's interesting that Luigi is like, oh, we should, forgive Bowser, and Mario is more reluctant to trust him. And I guess Mario has a crush on Peach. That's it.
Yeah.
Dynamics are sparse for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad you're pointing out the lack of dynamic with the Fox character, because it does paint a larger issue of my follow-up question from earlier that I got too excited to ask you.
Okay.
Like, why is Fox McCloud even in this movie? What purpose is he serving the story? And in a way, he's not serving any purpose because there is no dynamic between him and Mario. And so you kind of you take a step back and look at it. It's like, what is he here for? Fox McCloud, in case people are unaware, Not a part of the Mario universe at all.
No.
They don't ever make contact with each other until Super Smash Brother games.
Yeah.
So when you kind of like, why is he here? We know why he's here for the larger picture. They're going to make a movie with Star Fox.
Yeah.
There's no way they cast Glenn Powell, an A-lister, as Fox McCloud, release the poster a week early, get a whole bunch of excitement. They end with he's going back to his universe now.
Yeah.
Clearly, we know what the kind of the goal is here. And anyways, Sid, you want to speak on Fox McCloud and Glenn Powell real quick?
I asked Claira if they meant the character or his performance, because I do wish that Glenn Powell was doing like 15% more of a voice.
Okay.
He kind of does sound like Glenn Powell, just like a little excited. And
He does sound like an excited Glenn Powell.
yeah, and I love excited Glenn Powell, but I'm like, you're playing like an animated fox. Like, let's do a little thing with it, you know?
Yeah.
Part of me thinks that if they would have given the character more, we would have seen 15% more.
Yeah.
Probably.
And
yeah.
I really like that. Like, make him like a little bit of a ladies' man and make him like hit on Princess Peach, and then Mario gets jealous and realizes he needs to like step up or something. Yeah, just like something interesting with the character. But he is the most just like basic trope of like the pilot who they meet to get from point A to point B. But it does feel a little bit manipulative, because you're like, okay, we all know why you're doing this. Like, I guess they've now turned the Super Mario Galaxy into like a hub for all Nintendo characters, which is not the case in the game, right?
No.
No.
But I feel like even the movie's not necessarily doing that, because like Fox McCloud being there is like a weird like.
But then you
anomaly.
see the Pikmin and stuff.
They
This
are
is true.
there.
It's like a little combination of both. It
That's
is
true.
being turned into this hub world. It kind of reminds me, you guys.
It's
you
like
guys
Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Wreck-It
Yeah.
Exactly
Ralph.
like Wreck-It Ralph,
Yeah.
like that one hub where they all kind of meet before going to their respective games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the movie's kind of serving, like the
reminded
Super Mario
me of
Galaxy
that.
movie.
Yeah.
It reminded me
Yeah.
of that as well. Like, this is the one place where you'll see all the characters kind of cross paths. Maybe they won't share the same movie, but yeah, I mean, you might see Captain Olimar and Pikmin show up, or I was half expecting like Kirby to walk by.
I know. I'm
or-
bummed. My prediction was wrong.
Yeah.
My prediction was
sad.
wrong too.
It's okay.
But obviously, at the end of the movie, the post-credit scene,
Oh, yeah?
Daisy shows up.
Which maybe
Right.
should have been our prediction from the jump, was that they'd
That's-
finally bring Daisy in. But
Was-
that felt too.
Obvious.
Oh yeah, maybe.
We didn't make the obvious predictions of like Wario, Waluigi, or
Right.
Daisy.
Oh yeah, we didn't do that at all.
Those were like the obvious.
I guess I would
possible
think that they would have
cameos.
already like done it, but like, where are they?
This is a well that is going to be tapped for the next decade. We'll get
Till we're
Wario and Luigi at
90.
some point.
Yeah,
till,
till
we're
literally
90.
till we're 90, we're going to see these movies. But
Yeah.
to go back to your point, yeah, I wish Glenn Powell was doing more. I
Yeah.
kind of think that the moment where I liked him the most is that quick montage we get of him introducing himself.
Oh god, it's
Yeah,
so
it's
cool.
so
This is what I'm
fun.
referring to earlier.
Yeah.
And it is like, man, I wish they would do a Star Fox movie that was in that style of animation, but they
Yeah.
would never do that.
They would
There's
never.
no way. But it looked so
It looked
good.
fucking cool. It looked like a Star Fox anime.
Yeah.
You know, like it was like, and it was the one time where Glenn Powell could really lean into being Fox McCloud. Like, I'm
Yeah.
Fox McCloud, leader of the
Yeah.
Star Fox
Yeah,
team. I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I'm so into this. Like, this
Yeah.
is great. And that was the end of that. You know, Fox McCloud should be like the Han Solo of this movie.
Right.
You know, he should be the rough and tumble pilot who is kind of like morally gray and has sexual tension with our like the lead hero
Yeah.
and cause attention with Mario, but they're like, no, he's just gonna be in here, they'll all be friends, he'll go away and you'll see him in the movie
Yeah.
2 years from now.
Which again is such a bummer, because I think there would have been something interesting in like, okay, his new reality is he's in a different universe that he's not supposed to be in. Let him like become integrated there at least a little bit, so that there's some sort of tension of him going home or not.
Yeah.
Like he wants to go home, but he's here now and he's building relationships and like is a part of something different.
Yeah.
But that's not happening at all. So it is just a very clean, like he's here and he's gone and we'll move on. And it's like, I don't want to move on. I want to think about this.
To be clarified, I meant romantic tension, not sexual tension. This is a kids movie.
It can be both.
No,
It should be romantic.
Make it subtle.
Okay, well, I don't know. Commit to both. I don't know. Give me some type of tension, all right?
Yeah,
I'm yearning
yeah.
for something, okay? That's what I'm getting at. I'm yearning for something. So yeah, I'm like hit or miss because when we do meet Fox McCloud, it is like the one time the jingling keys in front of my face, I'm like kind of biting at.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been justified if they would have given him that dynamic we're all kind of asking for.
Mm-hmm.
But when it ends up just being he's here, he's gone, we wanted to just get you excited for a few minutes. That's the frustrating part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a bummer.
Okay, great. I'm glad we had that conversation.
Yeah.
Can a movie be fun and for the fans at the same time, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I was an obvious answer
Oh.
question. I asked that
Rhetorical.
mostly because, well, yes, a bit rhetorical, but I asked it because this is like default argument number 3 that we're getting a lot from like ravenous Mario fans in that Mario, the games, has no real complicated story. Thus, the movies don't need to have a complicated story or they don't need to have a story at all. These movies should just be fun. And we've had this conversation, but it's good to rehash and unpack it again. But how do we feel about that? Can a movie be fun and also have a good story? Or can movies like this exist where they're just empty nostalgia, Easter egg slot machines?
Yeah. I feel like a good film to look at as like proof that it is possible to do all of those 3 things.
You gonna say it?
Is no, I'm saying something I don't think you would say.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say the Animal Crossing movie, which is
Oh.
another
Oh.
Nintendo property, and Animal Crossing is arguably even less plot driven than the Mario games because it truly is like you just move into a town and hang out. But the movie itself like is able to construct something coherent narratively and like create a larger conversation about like integrating into community and like being a part of like a neighborhood and loving your neighbors and these bigger ideas of identity. And it can tackle a lot very impressively. And I know that's like a hard to see movie because it was never released officially in the US.
I was
It
gonna
only
say,
released in
yeah, it's a
Japan.
tough one to
Tough
Isn't
one
it
to
talk
hear.
about.
YouTube or
I
something?
I watched it for free on Facebook, so
Oh,
everyone
okay.
can do that. But I do think that is like a great counterpoint to what these Mario movies are doing because they're both Nintendo properties and like clearly it's possible to make a story out of quote unquote nothing.
I think there's a better comparison out there.
What?
Or one at least people will
I
understand.
think I
Okay.
know. I think I know what you're gonna say.
What do you think I'm going to say?
Sonic.
Sonic.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think Sonic is the most appropriate comparison that you have a game where at its base level, the Sonic games are very simple. Race from one end of the track to the other track, avoid obstacles, and defeat Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
In a way, that is Mario, right? Get from one end of the track to the other, avoid obstacles, defeat Bowser.
Get to the flag.
Exactly. And yet the Sonic films have done a good job. No, not perfect movies, but they have done a good job in creating a new story or a story that is both thoughtful and meaningful, while also still giving fans like the characters and moments they want. Like we have Sonic 3 and Shadows in this movie. He was wielding a gun, riding a motorcycle. And like that's exactly what fans want to see. But also they're having like a very thoughtful conversation about Sonic and Shadow's relationship. And so it's so strange to me when we get this defense from fans of the game saying, well, there's no plot in the game, thus there should be no plot in the movie. Well, one, we have empirical evidence that's not the case with Sonic and the Animal Crossing movie, apparently. But also, I need to remind people that these are 2 different mediums, video
That's what I was
games
about
and
to.
movies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In that, yes, you can be a little bit less in plot in a video game, but like that does not mean you should directly adapt it and translate that into a movie. A movie typically needs some type of narrative structure. And I think like the excuse of, well, the game didn't have a plot, the movie doesn't need one either. I think it's a pretty insecure and lame excuse.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I'm glad that people are bringing up the Sonic movies because it is, I mean, the Sonic movies aren't like the deepest thing in the world.
No,
And
I'm not. I don't want to interrupt you too
Yeah.
much yet. I just want to
Yeah.
make it clear, like there's like a hyperbolic reaction of like, what are you looking for Mario to be like this philosophical,
Yeah.
in-depth, expose and unpacking of
Told
like
from the
human
perspective of a
grief.
pigeon. Yeah. Like-
Yeah, like a discussion on the human condition. I'm not asking that. Continue, Sid.
Yeah. They're not masterpieces, but I think that critics are much, I don't want to say critics are kinder, but like the critic scores are higher because they're starting at this baseline of like having a story and actually taking the time to like make a story that you might care about and feel attached to from, in some ways, totally from thin air. I was always a little bit iffy on like, do we need to really ground Sonic in like the human universe? Because do we just always need to relate things to what like we experience? But it has grown on me through the 3 films. Like I think the Sonic movies have improved over time actually, because they have slowly like built up this world and they've like added things in slowly. I mean, they waited until the 3rd film to bring Shadow in when it feels like they could barely wait to bring in literally everyone for Super Mario Galaxy. And yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is one of my like most played video games like ever, dude. It's such a fun game. And the way that they incorporated the Chaos Emeralds as like a classic like MacGuffin sort of thing. And yeah, like Dr. Robotnik has like all this weird crap going on. They feel like real characters that they have like given like traits, which is like not totally present in the Mario films. And I think that's why, I mean, more so than the first Mario film, I see a lot of people commenting who are big fans and who loved the first film, who are like, I was really let down by Mario Galaxy because I feel like there really was just nothing there. So that's why critics are like, you know, with the Sonic films, we're starting at a baseline of like, this is like a movie. There is a narrative here, and there is like an effort to have like a screenplay with like things going on. Whereas I really think that the Mario films, like, they don't feel like movies in a way. It's just kind of like things happening, I guess.
Yeah. Well said. I mean, I agree completely in that Sonic, I love the comparison that Sonic does have the baseline of understanding and recognizing it is a movie. And that's why those movies are more successful. Whereas the Mario movies, I think they recognize and they start off as, this is a product. This is our product and we want to sell it to you. The movie is an afterthought. The product is the forethought. That's the primary thought. And that's like this movie and this franchise's biggest issue, is that as we continue to go along with this series, because it's not over, Daisy was introduced in post-credit scene. We have Wario, Waluigi, and a gallery of characters who still have not been introduced, even though it felt like they introduced, you know, a lot in this movie. And it will always be like a product first movie. It'll always be, how can we kind of continue to overwhelm and overstimulate our audiences with these images and these characters. And it's hard to be excited for that, you know? It's hard for me to say, I'm excited for Super Mario Galaxy 2, because if this is just kind of like the trajectory we're to go on, it's a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Do you feel like part 2 of why people are presenting this as like, oh, it doesn't need to have a plot because the games didn't blah, blah, is also a little bit rooted in like, people don't take animation in the US as seriously? Like, it's less of like a vehicle for telling a story and more just like something fun. That's the word they use, right? It's just, it's fun. It's supposed to just be fun. And that like speaks to the bigger issue with like the way American audiences perceive animation as a whole.
I think that definitely has a part in like kind of people's response to criticism, in that animation, as we've talked about a lot in this podcast as well, has been reduced and relegated to this like lesser art form that is intended for kids and thus intended to not be taken seriously. And even though we've seen a lot of pushback in the last 5 or 6 years, and I say pushback, actually more vocal pushback, you know, we've had GDT come out and speak very heavily in favor of how important our animation is to the art form. We're seeing Bong Joon-ho make a debut animated feature in the next couple of years. That's called Ally. And it's about a squid piglet.
Yes.
Which looks, you know, we don't know much, but we have one image and I'm like, I'm
looks
on board.
cute.
But, you know, we have Bong Joon-ho, a premier director in the film space, you know, someone who's made a name for himself for being like kind of like the go-to filmmaker for kind of aspiring cinephiles.
Yeah.
And he's going to dive into animation now. And so like there is like this kind of readdressing animation as a more serious art form in our circles.
Yeah.
Again, we're speaking from a perspective of, you know, in our bubbles, we all take animation seriously.
We do.
Step outside that bubble, and it is still, for so many people, an art form for children.
Yeah, that conversation is hard because it's all of the, you know, they say, oh, but it's just for kids, and like, oh, but they're not just for kids. And I feel like we just can't get on the same page about like what animation actually is and like what it can do. Because it's not, I mean, everyone says, but kids deserve better. And there are really great animated films that are made for kids and targeted towards families and all of that. So I don't know. It's just like you can't reason with someone who watches the Super Mario Galaxy movie and just has like the time of their life seeing all the references, and that's fine. And that's connected to Joe. I think you said something really interesting that I wanted to ask you guys about and talk about, is that you said there's nothing like particularly like sinister about this film. And another thing people are saying is that it's the death of cinema, like it's worse than AI. And I personally
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, I personally am not feeling that way about this film. I don't think this is like a particularly like bad omen for like cinema. I just think it's like a certain type of movie that is going to be made. But it is like, if people are saying, oh, but this is for kids, this is like what a kids movie looks like, have we strayed so far from like knowing what a kids movie can look like? But at the same time, it's like there are a bunch of kids movies that still come out that are really great. So I feel like people are just trying to rationalize too.
It's people are operating. The internet has kind of rewired everyone's brains to operate in extremes, and so when something like this comes out, the immediate knee-jerk reaction is to kind of assume this is the death of cinema. I think I vehemently disagree that it's worse than AI. I think that is a bit of a laughable statement to make. This is a movie still made by people for people, and I think that inherently is much better than AI. I think that you can have a nuanced take in this conversation in that it's not sinister or the end of cinema, but it is like an unfortunate, bleak look into the future, if we're being honest. It is, you're looking at the crystal ball and you're seeing the wild success of this movie. It's going to make $1 billion. I'm almost positive, let's be honest. And we're going to get to a point in 2 years where they make Galaxy 2 and we're going to have the same conversation again. And I think I can like say that's bleak, but these movies are going to exist and that's just kind of the way it is. I think that the conversation about, well, it's for fun and kids movies just are fun. I mean, there's like empirical evidence just in the last 30 days. Hoppers came out not even 30 days ago.
Yeah.
And is a movie intended for children that at least is thoughtful. I mean, muddled messaging.
Yeah.
Not the strongest, but there's something there to like at least chew on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think when I ever see the argument is for kids, it's always frustrating. We had this conversation during the Minecraft movie episode. Yeah. It's for kids. Let them have fun. I'm not saying don't let the kids have fun. I'm not saying fuck the kids. What is it? Fuck them kids. I'm not saying that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like we have evidence in the last 5 years where these movies for kids can be both really fun but also thoughtful. K-pop Demon Hunters is arguably the biggest animated movie. One of the biggest movies, period, in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And is animated, has catchy songs, and is like has a thoughtful
Has
conversation.
A nice message.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not asking for Mario to unpack the conditions of humanity in 98 minutes. I'm just asking for some substance here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, totally. I mean, I agree with both of you. I don't think this is inherently sinister or like the doom of all things, but I do think it speaks to like a larger issue in general within like the US market for filmmaking, like at least in blockbuster spaces. Because like even Illumination, like if you look at like their early stuff, it's like, yeah, Despicable Me is like ridiculous, but there's like a message there, there's intention.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up.
The Lorax had intention behind it. Hop had intention behind it. Like their early work has more to it than what they've kind of been whittled down to recently. And I think that's the byproduct of a lot of studios being unwilling to like respect their audiences, like we talked about, and also like this constant fear of like losing their attention. It honestly, to a degree, like what's going on here reminds me a little bit of like the conversation around like Netflix shows where like there's the demand of like make sure the characters are saying like what's going on so that like people who aren't looking like know what's happening. And like there are moments in this film even where I'm like, it feels like that somehow, like when Peach is like talking about like I never knew my family, and Mario's response is like that must be really hard. And I'm just like this is ridiculous. Like,
Oh, I was like, oh, it's like a positive representation of being a caring male friend.
And then
It's
interrupted
weird.
by shooting stars and like
Right,
Yeah.
the
exactly.
galaxies are converging or whatever.
Right. So like I think that's a big bummer is like there's so much animated work right now that is intentional and thoughtful and is engaging for children, but also like leaves them with a lot to like take away from a work, like from a film. And this is the opposite of that. And I do think that's the byproduct of like studio executives thinking they can't be bold with their messaging anymore for whatever reason.
And the main problem, I mean, not main, but one of the main problems is that, yes, some high up chair at Illumination is recognizing these movies make $1 billion without stories. And so they're just going to pump them out.
Yeah.
You know, they don't really care that much, I think. And that may be a cynical perspective, but I honestly think that, like, yeah, Mr. or Mrs. Illumination is seeing how wildly successful these movies are with a bare, thin plot and, lack of messaging, and saying, who gives a shit? We're making $1 billion by throwing every character in this movie. Let's do it again.
I know.
Yeah.
Their last like original work that wasn't a sequel was Migration, which was sweet.
A sweet movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, not amazing, but hey,
It did
there's something there.
And then like it did all right at the box office. It made 300 million.
Yeah.
So like it did well, but it is weird that like they're even still like they're not.
Saw the movie High.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's nice.
I remember I took an edible that I watched
Those
Migration.
dudes are
I remember that,
migrating.
That was
in that
funny.
movie. And it's a bummer. I've seen people also reduce it to, well, Illumination just makes these movies that are
Yeah.
kind of silly and fun and a bit thoughtless. And I'm like, I
But
don't know
like
if I
also
buy into
usually
that.
no. It's just more recent. Like remove Migration, their output recently has been like the Despicable Me 4 was rough.
We are getting to a point now where they are kind of mining their property and kind of, let's kind of make these as silly as possible. But the
Yeah.
original Despicable Me, there's a conversation there.
Yeah.
There's something there to kind of unpack.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it is concerning that especially I think these films for kids are increasingly turning into more like mindless stuff that's just made for profit, especially in the live action remakes. I think that's what's more bleak about it, is that this generation going to grow up watching like the Moana live action remake and the Super Mario Galaxy movies, and like what will that generation look like
What would that yield?
cognitively? Yeah.
That's
Well,
a great question. Scientists of the future, please give us the data on their like, attention spans.
Oh,
What kind
It's
of
already
careers
bad
are they
enough, dude.
holding?
it's already bad.
Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting.
Well,
a
and
good
that's
point.
like I've seen it talked about a lot too, like the prioritization of like nostalgia movies or like revisiting old property is creating this like cultural loop, and it is like the scary thought of like what does culture look like 10 years from now if the kids right now are just growing up with recycled work.
I guess we'll find out in 10 years. That's very
Can't
interesting.
wait.
I like your point again. We talked about this before, how Netflix has intentionally made it so that they have characters saying what they're doing. 'cause-
Yeah,
or-
which they're like, we never said that. Although when they made that statement, they were responding to something where they were not named by name. So it was a little bit like, hey,
Yeah, I never said your name, Netflix.
we
What's
didn't
that?
actually talk
The
about
Barbara
you.
Streisand effect?
Yes. I saw a super cut. I've never watched the last 2 seasons of Stranger Things.
Okay.
I saw a super cut on Reels or TikTok of like every moment in that show where a character's like, okay, this is us and this is the Upside Down.
Yeah.
So bad.
And I was befuddled by how often they did that
It was
in that
a
show.
lot.
the last episode especially was bad. I'm like, is this
That's
where
so
we're
funny.
going? Yeah.
It kind of feels that way.
It does.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, our conversations have been great. I want to go back to a couple questions I have for you here.
Okay.
Video game movies specifically. We've actually had this conversation just very recently. We did a Patreon episode on Silent Hill.
Yeah, we did.
And so we talked about Silent Hill and the adaptation of that game and kind of video game movies overall. Just maybe off the top of the dome, do you have some favorite video game movies that you actually like?
I love Silent Hill.
You do love Silent Hill a lot. You also love Werewolves Within.
I love Werewolves Within, which I think is also like phenomenal.
Here, how about this? Maybe so you guys don't have to
can we
Google.
go through
I'll
some-
read some of the highest rated ones, and you let me know if you like it and if you recommend it.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
The highest rated one, Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Right. I haven't seen it.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
My favorite of the trilogy, actually.
Cool.
Me too.
Werewolves Within.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend as well. Great
Yeah.
movie. Great
Haven't
little
seen it.
whodunit.
Oh, it's so fun.
It's a fun
Sid.
fun
You should
movie.
watch it. It's really fun.
It is. You ever play that game Werewolf?
Yeah, I love Werewolf.
Yeah.
It's that basically.
And it's directed by Josh Rubin, so it's
yeah,
really
and
funny.
we love Josh
Right.
Rubin.
We
Josh
love
Rubin
Josh Rubin.
is so fucking funny. Great cast. Sam Richardson also very funny.
Yeah.
The Angry Birds movie too.
No, because it took away Nice Guys too.
Did
Yeah.
take away Nice Guys
We
too.
hate you, Angry Birds. I haven't
hate
seen it.
you,
I haven't
Angry
seen
Birds.
either of them.
I haven't either.
The second one, from what I remember, was fine.
Okay.
There's something there.
Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog. We'll just skip all the Sonics. We like them.
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu.
That was kind of fun.
Sid.
Have I seen that in full? I think I watched it like with friends once, and I remember not thinking it was very good.
Okay.
Aw, did you like
Do
it?
you like
I
it?
saw it in theaters in 2019.
Oh wow.
I remember thinking it was kind of fun. I thought not much more of it besides that.
Yeah, I'm looking. I thought it was fine. I didn't love
I think I
it.
gave it like a 3 or something.
I gave it a 3 as well.
Okay.
Here's one that you can talk on, Sid. Gran Turismo,
Oh,
based on a true story.
Yeah. It's the best one. Love that movie.
I like that movie a lot.
But it is. It's like barely. It's like kind of a video game adaptation.
Okay.
Very loosely.
Skirting the
Yeah.
line of what that means.
Exactly. It's like a convergence of a biopic and also a
Right.
video game movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
but,
it's about a real
good
person.
to do something different, but get inventive
Yeah,
with,
that's
with
true.
adapting it. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I thought that movie was really fun. Okay. Super Mario, Mortal Kombat, any of them.
I haven't seen. Oh, I've seen one of them. Maybe I didn't like it,
Okay. That's
I
fair.
haven't seen.
but I
any
don't
of
know
them.
which one I've seen.
I've seen 2.5 of them. I've seen
Okay.
Mortal Kombat 2021 that came out during the pandemic.
Maybe that's the one I saw that one.
Thought it was fine. Mortal Kombat from the 90s is kind of iconic for being a little bit bad, but there's something there that's
Okay.
a little bit more entertaining. And then a Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I've only seen scenes from, but never
Okay.
seen in full. The 2021 one, Mortal Kombat, that's kind of kicked off this new franchise that we're
Yeah.
going in. You know, it's weird.
Mm.
There's no actual Mortal Kombat's a tournament. And in this
Oh.
movie, the tournament never happens. It's kind of weird. They also added like an original character to the movie who I'm like not a huge fan of.
Oh.
And it seems like they're kind of walking that back with this new one by making Carl Urban Johnny Cage. And they're like, ooh, we realized we should have just done this from the beginning.
Our bad.
Our bad. The other thing about Mortal Kombat as a game is that so much of the pleasure of that game is like kind of watching the brutality. And like there's only so much these movies can do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without going like NC-17, and you don't want to do that with something
Yeah.
like this.
Or not even going
They never did
NC-17.
animated.
Yeah, I'm sure they have. They have.
Oh,
be
A lot of
smart.
these video game movies, well, a lot of these video games have like direct to streaming or direct to DVD animated adaptations that I
Right.
won't even be on this list.
Right.
They have done an animated one. I think people like the Mortal Kombat animated ones.
See, because like my brain immediately is like Mortal Kombat would be a great animated film in the same vein as like Predator, Killers of Killers.
Exactly.
yeah.
In that, because the fatalities are so over the top and so ridiculous, adapting them into live action just doesn't work.
I understand what you mean.
You know,
the
when you get a
believability.
It just
character
feels
who like
silly.
Yeah.
breathes acid or like throws up on them and they turn into a skeleton
Yeah.
and their skin melts off. Looks really cool in a video game.
Yeah.
But like it's not gonna look good in live action.
Yeah.
No, there's only so much you can do with visual effects.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider, any of them?
Haven't seen any of them.
I think I saw the newest one with Alicia Vikander. Is that who plays her?
Oh.
I didn't think it was very good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay.
I grew up with the first Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie.
Oh, yeah.
I liked that one a lot when I was a kid. Have not revisited them since so.
Okay.
So who knows how they hold up.
Keep that memory.
Keep them. I'll preserve that one. Rampage 2018.
Never saw
Dwayne
it.
Rock Johnson.
I think we're going to start getting into territory where I'm like, I haven't seen any of these.
That movie's ass. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just don't think the movie's bad. Until Dawn.
No, I did not like Until Dawn.
Didn't see it.
Oh, you never went back and watched it, huh?
I think I was like on vacation or something. Yeah.
You were too, yeah.
I did not like this movie. And I'm not coming from the place of like they didn't adapt the game, although that is a little
I
frustrating.
am a little bit.
That's
I
allowed.
get that. It's allowed.
I don't know. People have enough fun with it.
People like this movie ish.
Oh, okay.
It graduated from the school of Ready or Not.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
I
you know,
see.
if you catch my drift. So in that sense, I'm like, there's some fun here.
Yeah.
Minecraft movie we talked about. We don't need to go over that.
Yeah.
Angry Birds, Monster Hunter. Anyone watch Monster Hunter?
No.
Mm-mm.
That's not good though, is it?
You know what? Paul W.S. Anderson. You might like
our
it.
boy, we do like him.
We kind of like that guy.
Yeah.
Unapologetically, Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah.
Super over the top,
Oh,
a bit silly, nonsensical. And in that regard, I think it's kind of fun sometimes.
Okay.
But maybe not the best movie.
Of all the Resident Evil movies,
Oh, Jesus.
which one would you recommend, Joe?
I would need to see which ones I get them all kind of mixed up.
Oh,
I got to see
really?
which one I like the most. A couple of those are kind of cool.
Yeah. They're very different than the games too, though.
yeah. I've only seen part of the first one, and now that I've like played the games a bit, I'm like, whoa, that was like
Yeah,
not
it's
what
like-
I thought.
Yeah.
So different.
vibe.
I think I like Extinction. Let's see. What did I
Okay.
give Extinction? No, I gave it 2.5. Maybe I didn't like it that much.
Oops.
Apocalypse? No, I gave that one a 2.
Oops.
Oh, shit. I know I like one of them.
Yeah, I feel like you do like one, at least
first one?
one.
Retribution? I don't even have that one rated, so maybe not Retribution.
That's okay.
Afterlife? No, not Afterlife.
That's okay.
Well, I don't know which one I like. I like one of them.
But they're worth checking out? Question mark?
Uh,
Oh,
I don't know. If you're a Resident Evil fan, probably
Some
not.
people
Okay.
like them.
yeah.
Again, this is Paul W.S. Anderson, a lot of them.
Mhm.
I think I like Extinction the most from what I
Okay,
remember.
okay. Which one is? What number is that?
Great question.
Okay.
Resident Evil is 02. Apocalypse is 04. Extinction is 07.
Okay.
Afterlife is 2010. Retribution is 2012. Final Chapter is 2016.
Okay.
So it's like 5 of them.
Yeah.
I think Extinction's the third one. I think I like that one. I could be
And
wrong.
was Raccoon City good or no? Or what is that called?
No, wasn't that
Raccoon
one
City?
Welcome
really
to Raccoon
bad?
City. I did not like that one.
Okay.
See, like, there's a really interesting conversation to have here about, like, okay, do we adapt these games story for story? Or do we adapt character, like the world and the characters, and do something different?
Yeah.
I think there's a conversation be had for both of them.
You
I don't
mean
know
just
what the answer is.
generally, or for?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just generally.
Yeah, it's case by case. You know, you hope that you can trust them to make the right storytelling decision, but
I
they
have-
usually don't.
I have good examples for both sides. One that is a good example of that, and one that's a bad example of that.
Well, I bring that up because Welcome to Raccoon City seems to be like this retroactive, take a step back. Oops, we strayed away from the games. Let's try to make these more kind of faithful.
Yeah.
And but it also doesn't work.
Right.
So it's like it's interesting conversation.
That is.
What are you going to bring up?
I think a good example where like they are like taking stuff from the games but like kind of going in their own unique direction is Arcane, which is like
Good point.
I mean freaking incredible. Arguably maybe one of the best video game adaptations out there, even though it's a show, not a movie. So it's like a different space, but like Arcane is amazing. On the flip side, I think something that's really bad that is trying to be like, let's take the characters and like do something a little bit different is The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Oh.
The most disappointing television experience of my life.
Wow.
I think what they're doing with that material is really, really misguided.
Yeah. It's a
Rip.
bummer.
Rip.
Bummer.
There are cases for both, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. We can move on from video game movies. At this
Okay.
point, we're getting into some really bottom of the barrel stuff
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
And we don't need to do that.
Okay.
Anything else we haven't talked about that you guys want to bring up or shout out? We've kind of talked very in detail and ad nauseum about.
I do
Mario
have one
Galaxy.
question.
Yeah, what's your question?
Do you guys think Bowser is just bones forever now?
Dry Bones Bowser?
Yeah.
No, they'll put him back.
How will
to
he
normal.
grow his
Yeah.
skin back?
They'll make a fucking gun that makes him.
No, I want them
Dinosaur
to do
again.
science.
There's no science in these movies.
I don't, but I want to watch him regrow.
That won't happen.
It'll
No.
happen somehow.
Yeah, they'll get a gun that like can
Yeah,
like
he'll make a
shoot
ray.
him. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
The Baby Mario segment of the movie, by the way, maybe the most worthless scenes.
my
in
God,
the
it
It
film.
was
is just no reason for that.
And the
to be
fact that like
happening.
they don't react to being babies at all, I think is so bizarre. They're just like, okay, time to go.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's a stretch of time in that movie where I'm sitting there thinking this is some of the worst things.
Is
I'm
the
gonna see this year.
dinosaur part of
yeah.
Galaxy? Oh.
Well, no.
Odyssey.
Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, I
Yeah.
never played Odyssey. Or I think I watched
Yeah.
someone play
Odyssey's
Odyssey once.
awesome. I really like Odyssey.
Great game.
Honestly. Great game.
Amazing game, but yeah, there's a segment in the first world of Odyssey where you can become the dinosaur,
Yeah, it's fun.
and so it's a lot of fun.
real
But that's why he's
mishmash.
there.
Yeah.
That was what I thought was interesting. There was a lot more Odyssey references in this than I guess I thought there would be.
This is a reference to everything, man. There,
Yeah.
if when you see Bowser Jr. take out his like stock of guns, like he flips over the table and there's like guns and stuff on the wall. I think one of them is a flood machine, which is the
yeah.
the pack in Super Mario Sunshine, that thing that talks to him.
Yep.
So there's everywhere. There's
It's
things
everywhere.
Well, I was going to ask you guys, do you have a favorite Easter egg? What made you was there anything that made you like actually excited?
Excluding Star Fox.
Excluding Star Fox, stuff that you
Okay.
hadn't known about.
I would say, what do you have? Anything?
No, I'm laughing because I'm like racking my brain. Like, oh no, like what did I like?
So I feel like I can't remember any of them, even though there were so many in my face.
I like seeing the Pikmin. I really like Pikmin, and
Cute.
so I was like, "Yay, they're here!"
Yeah, Olimar's ship.
Yeah.
It was cool when it was like, because the camera emphasizes how big
It's
it is
a
at
big
first.
one, and
It's
then
like,
they pull back.
Mhm.
Yeah,
it's like a tiny little
that's
one.
fun.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see Olimar come out of the ship, though.
I know. I'm like, where is he? They can't have just gotten on there without him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's there. He's in there.
Yeah, surely.
What do you have one, Sid, while I continue thinking?
I thought Mr. Game & Watch was fun because I just like wasn't expecting it, but also one of the little dudes from Super Mario Sunshine. You know the little guys who like live on the islands?
No, Delfino.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The
Aw.
Delfino
Yeah, the
residents. They're kinda
Delfino
walking around
residents,
everywhere.
Delphinians. Yeah, one of them like walked by the camera and I was like, oh.
Yeah, they're in the hub pretty often walking
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Daisy didn't do much for me.
No,
Sorry.
I didn't.
Yeah, I don't really care. She also, I don't know if I like her design. Or
Oh,
like,
really?
I think it was something about her eyebrows. I was like, she looks a little like mean. I don't know.
I don't know Daisy's history either. I don't know what kind of role she plays in the Mario universe. So is she just like there as romantic partner for Luigi?
I kind of thought so,
Mm.
but that might just be me being off.
I don't know if I
Oh.
have. What do you got?
I liked seeing Birdo. I like Birdo.
Oh, that's right.
Birdo's cool.
for like
Birdo
2
is cool.
seconds.
The
yeah.
2-second
But that's
Birdo
the thing. It's like
moment.
I'd love to get movies where it's like there's one villain
Yeah.
and we're like getting it them in like a good amount.
I agree.
Dude, I want to see Luigi's Mansion adapted so bad.
Oh my
That
god,
would
I would
be- that would be a
love
fun,
Luigi's
like-
Mansion.
That would be a fun like show.
Yeah, a little side
would
quest
be.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I have an answer for this. I don't know if there's
That's
any
okay.
moment where I'm like, I guess
Yay.
Mr. Game & Watch. I mean, like I said, I love Mr. Game & Watch.
Yeah.
So I guess that was something.
They got the dragon from Super Mario Odyssey too, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, cool.
I thought, I'll be honest with you, when the dragon was emerging, my immediate thought was, oh, it's going to be Ridley. And if you know who Ridley is the main villain in the Metroid Prime series.
That would have been
He's
crazy.
a big purple dragon
Yeah.
that fights Samus. They fight consistently.
see.
And I was like, oh shit.
Oh my
it's
god!
gonna
And
be
then you were like,
Ridley.
my prediction is coming true.
And
That
then
would
it
really
wasn't
be
Ridley.
random.
That would be cool though.
At that point, though, it's like, fucking, they're throwing everything at
Yeah,
the
who
wall at this
cares?
point, you know?
It would be cool to you know how in Super Mario Sunshine he turns into there's like evil paint Mario?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
would
he
be
has the
sick.
paintbrush.
Yeah,
he has the
Exactly.
brush.
Ugh.
Like that could have happened. Whatever.
I need more sunshine stuff in my life, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Okay.
Play it.
Okay.
Let's move on. I know I might do that for the day. Let's move on. I was going to ask you guys about the $1 Billion Club,
Oh yeah.
but this movie hasn't made $1 billion yet. It will happen, but I'm trying to think of like, it's going to join the $1 Billion Club. The most recent movie to make a Billy, Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Zootopia 2, Lilo and Stitch live action remake, Neja 2, Moana 2, Deadpool, Wolverine, Inside Out 2, Barbie, Super Mario, and Avatar. That kind of rounds out your last 10 movies who made $1 billion. It's joining that ranks. I don't know. These are all movies I'm expecting. Like nothing here. I'm looking at this list. Nothing here is like surprising to me that made $1 billion.
No, not at all.
No, not at all. This all makes sense.
Last time an original film made $1 billion. Whew. You know how far back you have to go?
Yeah, wait, I'm like trying to look.
Billion, was it like the first Avatar?
I think that might be it because after Alice in Wonderland, Toy Story 3, Pirates, On Stranger Tides, Harry Potter, Transformers: Dark of the Moon, Dark Knight Rises, Avengers, Hobbit, Skyfall is original-ish.
I wouldn't call that original at all. It's James Bond.
The Bond franchise? What do you mean?
I mean, story. Okay, you're right. It's not. It's not original. All right, you're right. I admit that I'm wrong.
Okay.
Iron Man 3, Frozen.
Oh, that's original.
Frozen's original.
I mean, it's based off a story, but largely it's new
what
characters.
Sort of story? There was like a book.
Yeah, like an old tale.
Yeah,
like it's based off like a.
Oh,
I think it is right. Let me double check my work.
Like a Brothers Grimm story.
Yeah, some like fucking ancient tale, right? Story based on the Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen.
Okay,
yeah, like an old tale.
Yeah,
that was basically right.
You are right. So,
but different in that like this doesn't have like existing IP that got people excited to go watch it versus everything else here. You know.
Yeah.
So I think it would count as something more original.
Okay, so that's the last time then.
Yeah.
What year was that?
Frozen.
2013.
2013 was the last time
years ago.
An original movie made $1 billion.
That's depressing.
Star Wars, Transformers, Avengers, Minions, Jurassic World, Fast and Furious.
I mean, it makes sense. There have been a lot of original movies that have done well, but you do kind of have to have a built-in audience to make it there.
Yeah.
I mean, like in the 90s, man, Jurassic Park and Titanic both made $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's interesting.
It is Titanic original? If it's about one of the most like famous events ever.
I'm going to make this argument here, and maybe it sounds a bit daft to say and a bit crazy, but God.
Say it.
Maybe I don't want to say it now.
Say it.
Is the tragedy of the Titanic sinking, would it be as famous if the movie didn't exist?
Whoa.
Oh.
That's crazy.
I think there is a valid argument, and I'm not trying to diminish or reduce what happened in history, but I think that there's an argument to be made that it is an event that is so much more popular now because the movie exists.
But I guess anyone's listening who was alive before 1997
I would love,
and was like
that's
an
a
adult.
perspective we need. Yes, we need a perspective.
Were you guys talking about it?
How often was the Titanic brought up in conversation prior to the movie?
Everyone ask your parents.
Yeah.
Because my mind was like, but I was obsessed with the Titanic before I saw the movie because of Magic Treehouse. But Magic Treehouse came after the movie.
So, but that's the thing. Like, inspire Magic Treehouse.
This much stuff be made about it if it wasn't like, I don't know, something people cared about.
That's true too.
I don't know. I think sometimes you get smaller not smaller, but events in history that don't get as much attention, and then you get a movie like this, and then magnifies it.
Yeah.
This really is a question of like, how often was the Titanic talked about prior to 1996?
We can find
before
that
this was
out.
announced. Yeah, ask your parents. I would love to know.
Your parents.
Yeah.
Or if you know yourself.
I think we also just have a lot of listeners that can probably answer that for us.
Or let us know, like, how often was Titanic brought up in conversation? Were you guys talking about that thing all the time?
Well, because like, I guess it's the same idea, but like, how popular was like Greek mythology before like the internet or Percy Jackson?
But I feel like it's
yeah
popular. I feel like it would be more comparable to like the Challenger exploding or something. Like everyone knows about that, but we don't really like talk about it.
It's not like a conversation topic.
Yeah, but I wonder if that's like because more of the blame falls on like Americans, like the U.S. government, and so then there's like this feeling of like let's not
talk about the Challenger because we messed it up. Yeah, maybe that could be it. I don't know. Titanic is interesting.
That is a very interesting thought, though. I also
remember seeing a video recently of people being asked about Titanic the movie and them not realizing it was based on a real event.
No.
Oh my
No,
God,
stop.
really?
There's also that like era of people who are growing up solely with the movie and not realizing it's based on something that happened.
Stop.
I think that's the real thing.
That's
Wait, which movie?
really alarming.
Titanic.
What was the second one?
Titanic
it was
2?
just. I thought you said there was a second movie that people thought wasn't.
No,
a
I
real
just think
thing.
there's a group of people who are growing up watching Titanic
and thinking,
but not
it's-
realizing.
I mean,
it's
to
a
be
real story.
fair, it's like not based on real people, right?
No, exactly. It is taking like a
No.
historical moment and like.
So it's a bit of a
But they're
something
thinking that
else.
Titanic, like they're like, I had no idea the Titanic sank.
was an
But
actual
yeah,
ship that sank.
that shit was real.
That's alarming.
That
They
was a
all
real thing.
died. Yeah.
They sure did.
Wow.
I remember studying the Titanic in
I
school.
did too. That's why I'm saying I'm like, surely we were talking about it still a lot because it was in textbooks. I remember very vividly reading about it in school.
It probably was studied a bit.
Yeah.
But when you
I
were
don't know,
so
okay.
young enough that it was before 1997?
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's the thing. Like, am I studying it because the movie
That's
put
true.
more?
Well, because
Yeah,
I was in
probably.
school in the
Maybe.
2000s, so it would have been.
James
I don't know,
Cameron's
okay.
impact.
Wait, like actually though, we should
All
talk
right.
about that. Okay.
Okay, we can move on finally, guys. Letterbox score. I think we all said it earlier, but just to verify, Clara,
Gave it a 2-star.
Sydney,
2 stars. Joe?
2 stars. There
Two
we go.
star,
Welcome to the
2-star
2-star
flop.
banger club.
Mr. Flop.
We can now move on from that. Let us segue into our Q&A.
Okay.
If you're new here for the pod, every week we ask a question at the end of the podcast in which you can respond on YouTube and or Spotify comments or the Instagram story and let us know your answer. And then we try to read as many of those answers on the following week's podcast episode. For this question, for this episode, we wanted to ask you, what is your what movie do you think could make a cool video game, and or what video game do you think could make a good movie?
Yeah.
Give us all the details you want. If you have the cast in mind, if you have the director in mind, drop it in the comments. Let us know. But that's the question. Again, which movie would make a good video game? What video game would make a good movie? That's for next week's question.
Fun.
Last week's question, which was very simple, was what was your favorite first-time watch of March 2026? There was a fucking real clear winner here, for being honest.
Can you guess what it was?
Can you guess which one it is?
I wonder what it is.
Yeah, there's one movie here that is very obviously everyone's favorite movie of March, but we have a lot of answers.
We have a lot of answers.
Yeah, a lot.
So we're going to read some of those right now. Clara starts off today.
Oh, okay. Sarah Badias says, watched Nanny McPhee for the first time, and it was so cute and British and made no sense.
So cute and so British.
So
That's
cute
funny.
and British and made no sense.
Yeah. who plays the titular Nanny McPhee?
Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about that recently.
We were?
Yes, because I mixed
Yeah.
Emma Thompson up with Tessa Thompson.
That's right.
true. You
That's
did.
for
right.
a game we were playing.
You did, yeah.
It's
And
fine.
wasn't
Two
it
different
Emily
people.
Blunt in like the newer Disney one?
No, that's
No.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Oh, Nanny McPhee. Oh yeah, Nanny McPhee. we watched that growing up all the time.
I
She was
get Nanny
scary.
McPhee confused with Miss Peregrine. Miss
Oh, that's
Peregrine?
a
Peregrine's Home
totally
for
different.
Peculiar
Oh my
Children?
god, that's a totally different vibe.
Oh, is it?
Oh, very much so.
Okay.
Like
is she
those
not a
kid-
nanny? in
Why are they
that
getting like
movie?
tortured?
She's like, I mean, like they're children who like have these crazy like
Powers?
mutations.
Oh.
Like yeah, power.
They're
Like there's a
X-Men?
girl who like has to wear a metal belt or she'll fly away, and there's a girl with a giant monster mouth on the back of her head.
Why would
there's-
that happen?
They're I don't know. Like they're
What a
born that
She has a
way.
Your child.
mutation.
They have mutations, and Miss Peregrine or whatever her name is like the one who
Like Professor
watches,
X?
Kind of, yeah. She like protects them all on the island because I think the like government,
Island?
they live on an island and the government like wants them for like testing.
Oh my
It's
god.
like a whole thing. I haven't read
What
the book
the
since
fuck?
like I was
Okay.
really little, obviously.
Sounds
but
like a movie.
those were intense books. That's
Wow.
a very
Are they
different
British?
vibe. Are they British? Wow.
Miss Peregrine.
Miss-
Peculiar is like a British word, I feel like.
I want to say yes, they are
Peculiar.
British. I
Miss
think the woman
Peregrine's
who
Home for
plays her
Peculiar
is
Children.
British. She's that really beautiful woman. What's her name? I can't remember.
Oh, that's Eva Green as
my
Miss
God, she's
Alma
so-
LaFay Peregrine.
She's so beautiful.
The Peculiar Children.
Yeah.
Asa Butterfield. Ella Purnell
Oh, wow.
is in this.
Yes, she is.
Okay, fascinating.
Yeah,
And
that's very different than Nanny McPhee though, which is about like a nanny coming to a single father and helping him
Right.
take care of the children after the mother's died.
oh, like
Right.
Super Nanny.
It you know what? It kind of she
Kind
really
of,
is kind
yeah.
of like this family's in crisis.
They need my help.
I'm here to help.
Super Nanny was funny.
No, I love Super Nanny. Okay, anyway, Sarah
Anyway,
watched
shout
the
out
Nanny
to
McPhee.
Nanny McPhee. Go ahead, Sid.
Nina Musin says Mysterious Skin, The Testament of Anne Lee, and Almost Famous, which is like
Wow.
a crazy lineup.
Yeah, wow.
Crazy lineup.
Wow.
Okay, I will read. Matt Thoday said, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Never have I heard so much laughter in a theater before.
Wow.
Yeah, I get it, man. Funny movie.
Very funny movie.
Sid hasn't watched it yet. We got to get
No,
on
I
her for it.
haven't. I'm sorry.
Chop chop. Get on the train. It's fun.
Yeah.
Also Yanu says Roofman was so much fun and the perfect plane watch to help with my flight anxiety.
Oh, you
yeah.
knew
Write
his
that
flight
down, write that
anxiety.
down.
I have
Yeah,
flight anxiety as
Roofman.
well.
Yes, you do.
I get it. I get it. So Roofman, I could see that being a nice comforting watch.
yeah, that actually
Yeah.
sounds like a great plane watch.
Underrated movie.
Yeah.
I agree.
Noelle Osagi says, I watched Heat for the first time ever because of all the rave that I've heard. It really is that good. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking heat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
It's got
Really
the
good
juice.
movie.
It's got the juice. Let's see. Tanner said Demon Slayer Infinity Castle was awesome. My friends were bugging me nonstop to watch the show when it was first released. So when it got a re-release, I binged the show in 3 days to see it, and it was worth every second.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I think Demon Slayer is a fine show. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll watch it one day.
I think the main character is a bit whiny for me. That's my issue.
But I mean, that's like, honestly, that's kind of like a staple of a lot of major shonen is like the main character is like kind of whiny.
I know that is. You're right. That's like a very
That's
common
like a thing.
trope.
They
It's
love
like,
that.
But it's like the main character name is Tanjiro, and he's like, I'm just so weak. I can
Oh,
never
my
defeat
sister."
you,
I'm scared.
but I'm gonna try my best anyways. And
I'm
then
going to
he
give it
wins.
my all.
And so there's a lot of that, and so I'm like, I get a little tired of it fast.
Yeah,
but
that can, I have a short threshold for that.
yeah, it looks good though. The animation's beautiful.
Yeah, it does look really good.
Go ahead, Sid.
Wait, it's my turn.
Oh,
That was you.
Yes,
yeah.
go ahead.
You
Clara.
read that.
That's right.
It's my turn. says The Virgin Suicides. Been making my way through
Oh.
more of the classic Sofia Coppola stuff, and I really love this one. Dictates a waking nightmare while moving like a wistful dream. One
Wow.
hell of a thesis statement for Sophia's career. Yeah.
Wow.
Love that.
Great film.
Yeah,
Very
Virgin Suicide is
good movie.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Booty Sauce 69
What's up, booty sauce?
says March first time fave was Twinless. Thank you, roomies, for the recommendation. Knew nothing going in and was so surprised by the amazing performances. I liked Dylan O'Brien in Sent Help and loved him in Twinless.
Yeah.
Yay.
Dylan O'Brien's so good in that.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Kat said, favorite first time watch was Sentimental Value. Was not prepared as the eldest depressed daughter with sisters. The scene with the sisters on the bed had me bawling my eyes out.
Ugh.
So good. It's now one of my favorite movies. Even though there's not much going on, the characters and everything still felt so impactful.
Yeah. Great movie.
Love that movie.
That scene is so good.
It's really good.
Wow.
Sarah?
Okay. Thea Royce says How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies.
Oh.
Not a good plane movie though.
I would
Many
not
tears.
Oh,
recommend
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that is not a plane movie,
It's a
but
tough watch.
man, we
Yeah.
love that movie.
It's a good movie. It's
That's
really,
a great
really sweet.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very
Aw.
sweet. Emma Clark says Project Hail Mary has become my whole personality at this point, lol. But also shout out to The Pit, which has only just become available to watch in the UK. 3 episodes in and loving it.
Welcome
you guys were deprived
to
of The Pit.
fandom.
Well, because
Yeah.
the UK hasn't had HBO Max ever, so this is
Oh.
like they just got it, and so they have all the shows now.
Right. That's so exciting.
Enjoy the ride.
So
That
good.
first season's so good.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
I haven't seen the latest episode.
I watched it last night.
Good.
It was
I
good.
liked it a lot. Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
excited to watch
it was
it.
good.
We're getting close to the end, aren't we?
Yeah, I think
2
we have
more,
like
I
maybe
think.
yeah 2
Oh
more.
my gosh.
I know.
No.
I
Well,
know.
season 3 is like on its way.
I hope
Yeah,
it
it's
goes
coming.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Rojas said, my favorite first time watch of March was Training Day, a film that's been on my watch list for quite some time. It's got an amazing script and the acting duo of Denzel and Ethan Hawke might go down as one of the best acting pairs of all time.
Wow.
I love Training Day.
It's a good
King
movie,
Kong
yeah.
ain't got shit on me. Oh, it's so good, dude.
Wild movie.
Denzel's so fucking good in that movie,
He's
man.
so
Yeah, he's
good.
really good.
Okay, anyways.
Okay. Niall Fjord says, "No Other Land, infuriating and important watch." Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm glad you watched
yeah.
it.
Everyone should watch that. It's really
Great
good.
doc.
Nick Marshall says easily Friedkin's Sorcerer, one of, if not the most intense cinema experiences I've ever had. Genuinely unbelievable that this movie even exists. And you got to see it in theaters.
Yeah. Dude,
Jealous.
Sorcerer's so fucking
It's
good.
So good.
So
It's a crazy
good.
movie.
Yeah. My turn. Let's see here. John Pierce said rainy weekend day. Yeah, I read that. I guess my dyslexia popped up. I watched Hamnet, Send Help, and The Bone Temple. It was a good movie day. Yeah, those are all
Wow,
movies.
It's a good
that are
movie
great.
day.
Nice.
Wow.
What a nice little
Yeah.
journey of emotions there.
I know,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Quite the cultivation. Lizzie Fleck says, "Train Dreams is so good. I can't believe I hadn't watched it yet. Welcome on board."
I thought about that movie
It's a
the
good
other day, and it
movie.
made
You
me
did?
really sad because I loved it so much.
Aw, it's so good.
Daniel Mason 9287 says, "My favorite first watch of March was Be Gone's Resurrection, one of the best
Oh.
cinema experiences I've had in a while, and a surprisingly emotional ending." I'm glad people are
Very
watching
cool.
it.
Yeah.
I know. 12 Angry Women said, I had 3 favorite first watches of March. Surat, Catch Me If You Can, and Stand By Me. That's another really
Wow.
interesting journey through movies right
Good
there.
movies.
I also want to say 12 Angry Women left a very helpful comment on YouTube. This is where those are from. Pointing out that the mention last week of safety not guaranteed was likely not for the Q&A answer. It was someone saying they were shocked safety not guaranteed wasn't brought up in our sci-fi conversation when we went through major sci-fi releases of and I was like, oh my god, 12 Angry Women, you're right.
You're right.
And so I was like, thank you, you're so smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a huge sci-fi movie there. I mean, it's a sci-fi film, but it's like kind of
I
on
see.
the indie side.
But it sounds like for that commenter,
But for
it
that
was
person,
a
it's
big
a big deal.
big deal movie. And that is
I like that
valid.
movie.
Okay.
It's a fun movie.
I need to watch it. I haven't seen it.
It's great.
Okay, now it's my turn. Cat MW8 says obsessed in all caps with forbidden fruits. Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Ha ha ha.
That
We
movie,
love that movie.
is going to be a certified
It's
cult classic in 10
so
years.
fun.
Yeah, it will be.
Because
Yeah,
it
it will.
made peanuts.
Yeah, it's not
Well,
surprising.
because it was barely in any theaters.
I mean, that's one reason.
No, stop.
Is that even
Just one
true?
reason.
It is
Didn't
true.
it
It
No.
had
pretty
a wider release.
It wasn't in enough
Yeah.
theaters. No, it was
It should have
not
been in
enough.
more.
Yeah.
It should have been a more, yeah.
Mohan says Mulholland Drive fave, but also Crossing and Fruitvale Station. I was fed this month with the star
Wow.
eyes
Some
emoji.
good movies there.
Crossing.
Wow.
Thirsty Ghostface said, favorite first watch of March hands down belongs to the original Candyman. The slasher subgenre is usually missed more than hit for me, but with the gruesome gore and thematically rich storytelling, as well as the entrancing Tony Todd performance, it lands among the best horror movies I've ever seen. I think I'd consider myself a fan of Clive Barker's work.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's so
Love
Candyman.
Candyman.
That first Candyman,
My victim.
it's
Oh my
so
God,
good.
oh my
Tony Todd's
God.
great in it.
He's so
What
hot
a
in
movie.
it.
Yeah.
He's so that's a
Yeah.
great movie.
Hopefully you've seen Hellraiser since you're a Clive Barker
If
fan.
not, yeah, should
That
watch
first
it.
Hellraiser genuinely kind of like creeps me the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's
Yeah.
a lot.
It's a lot.
Wow.
I read that.
Okay.
Clara.
Blue Mountain Dew 99 says Ballerina, that John Wick universe action be top tier. Hell yeah. That's
that's
awesome.
good. I'm glad you
Fun.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There were some fun moments in that movie.
There were.
Sugar Plum
Next.
Sugar Plum Larry says fave of March has to be Charade 1963. Cary Grant and Aubrey Hepburn are hilarious, and there's this legitimately suspenseful climax which balances with the comedy perfectly. Plus, Audrey Hepburn is stylish as hell, and Cary Grant never ceases to be hot. I've been meaning to watch Charade for so long.
Same. It's been on my watch list for a long time.
Glad to hear it's good.
Wow. Yeah.
Rosebud saves a cat.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good
interesting.
job.
My favorite first time watch in March was The Voice of Hind Rajab. That and Grave of the Fireflies are the only movies to ever make me cry.
Wow.
Also, a big shout out to The Testament of Anne Lee. I found it mystifying.
Yay.
All amazing movies. Love them all deeply.
Yeah, great
Good lineup.
shouts. I'm glad Testament of Anne Lee is streamable.
Is it on Hulu now?
It's on Hulu. People are
nice.
finally watching it.
Oh, good.
Good.
Maybe I could turn it on as well then.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
I love that movie so
That's
much.
such a good movie.
It was
Good
really
times.
great.
Wow. Okay. Gamber B says, saw my first ever 70 millimeter this weekend in Kansas City. It was Sinners and was transcendent. But I did also see Little Women, the 2019 version, and Sunset Boulevard for the first time, which are both peak. Gamber, you got a great
you
little
had a good
collection
month.
there.
Really good month, yeah.
Wow. M. Codweiss 12 says Ip Man. And
Oh, I
that's it.
love
But
Ip
I thought that was a
Man.
great shout because, yeah, the Ip Man movies are awesome.
Dude.
Is
I
it Ip Man?
love-
It's not IP Man?
not IP Man.
It's
Oh.
Ip Man.
Ip Man.
Why?
It's more like Eep Man.
Ip Man?
Oh.
Yeah, I believe so. But
Donnie Yen.
oh god, I love that movie so much.
When are we getting that John Wick spinoff with him? It's in the works.
Allegedly, he's directing it too.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
He's gonna direct it, and it's gonna happen. So
Yeah. Kane.
I trust Donnie Yen. I didn't see his other movie he released last year. I think that was his debut movie. I could be
Oh, yeah.
wrong.
I didn't see it either.
So I missed it, but love Donnie Yen. Ip Man. God, if you just want
Those are
like
so
just
fun.
great, solid martial art movie, fun story. God, it's so fucking cool.
Cool.
You get just like the classic, like Donnie Yen, like like punching the
Yeah.
chest.
Whoa.
Okay, anyways, I'm getting too excited. I'm going to watch Ip Man after this. Emily King said, have to jump on the bandwagon and say Project Hail Mary, but had a pretty epic run this week of seeing The Bride, Ready or Not 2, and Project Hail Mary and Forbidden Fruit in a row. Well, I'm glad you liked all of them. I'm assuming you liked all of them if you said pretty epic run.
Yeah,
Keeping
I would
movies in
guess so.
business.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
that's
job, Emily
awesome.
King.
Georgia says, I managed to see Sound of Falling at my local small theater and I loved it. Such a beautiful, sprawling epic with scenes of girlhood that resonated with me deeply. Ugh.
Is that like out? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
think
it's
you
been
can
out
rent
since
it.
it's been out since like
oh my
February.
God,
Yeah.
what? Okay, I
Movie,
want to
like,
rewatch it.
Truly dumped it, which
I
is a bummer.
really-
That sucks because it's so good.
It's so good.
Open
Right,
my
Joe?
eyes. Well, I like it, okay?
But you were in so you watched it at like 8 a.m. in France, and we were on a
Cannes is
it's-
tough,
It's
yeah.
a very
it
different
was tough.
environment.
Very
Ask
slow,
me
long movie.
Who's who? I was like, I don't know who that person
No, that's
is.
okay.
But it made me feel things, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But it's like kind of lackluster release really just kind of opened my eyes to how often these studios are buying up movies very
Yes.
quickly and then seeing the response. And if it's not as hype or exciting, then they just kind of like unceremoniously release
Yeah.
them.
And it's so deeply frustrating for something like Sound of Falling, which I think is like making some really powerful points.
Yeah.
And like would really resonate with people if they actually sat down and watched it. It's
Yeah.
just, how do you watch it?
What did Neon just do that to?
Oh, what did Neon just do that to?
They just released something that was like super quiet.
Neon.
Alpha. It's Alpha.
Oh,
Alpha.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one where it's like, oh, they realized it wasn't getting as much buzz as they wanted to, so they're just gonna quietly release it
Exactly.
in
It's
February
fucked
or
up.
April or
Really
March, whatever.
disappointing.
Yeah, it's like, yay, they got distribution, but no one's watching it.
Yeah. And like
Mhm.
sometimes I mean, especially with like, I think Neon or like A24 is a good example where they go to a festival, they buy like 6 things, and then it is a little bit like, are you just buying them so no one else can buy them? Like, what's the true intention
Yeah.
here? It feels a little wasteful.
Yeah. Sid, your turn?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I
I
just
Um,
read that.
Von Gull says, I finally saw RRR and it's like a new lobe of my brain developed purely
Oh,
to
that's a
handle
cool way
how
of
much
putting it.
fun it was.
I like that.
That's a
RRR
great
is like
movie.
the greatest movie ever made. Like,
Oh my
still.
God.
Very
so
cool
good.
movie.
Very cool movie.
Anahisa said, fave March watch was I Love Boosters. Boots
Oh.
Riley wore an absurdly big turquoise hat to the screening, and I appreciate that. The movie was genuinely such a labor of love, and I can't wait for more people to talk about it in May.
Yay. Yeah,
How
it's on the
exciting.
college
Did you
tour
see
right
it?
now.
Yeah,
They're
that's
doing
what I
a
was
college
wondering.
tour.
Yeah, probably. That's
That's
awesome.
Has the
fun.
college tour started?
Mhm.
So this person probably saw it at South by Southwest then. Because the college tour, this is the
I thought
favorite
it
movie.
had started.
Yeah, it started this month, no?
Oh, but right. And we were
but
talking
they're
about
saying they
March.
saw it in March.
Yeah, it could
Maybe
be.
South by.
Was he wearing a turquoise hat? I can't remember. I thought he
don't
was.
recall.
Well, but that's
But
the
there were
thing.
two
He
screenings.
wasn't wearing, but was he at both screenings?
I don't
Because
know.
usually talent's only there at the first one.
Or was the
I
college
don't know. Let us
tour?
know, listener.
Yeah.
I Love Boosters premiere. I can just Google it and get the images.
You're looking for his hat?
Looking for that. And he wore a black hat to the premiere.
Yeah,
That's what I
He was
thought,
wearing,
yeah.
Wasn't he wearing like cow print or something?
Yes, he was. Okay, anyways.
Okay. Who read that?
I read that.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Zachary Trenkle says Alpha, All the President's Men, Project Hail Mary, and I Swear. Good string of movies there.
Wow, very nice.
Is I Swear out in the US yet?
I want to say yes.
Or is it coming out? I know it's supposed to release in the US at some point in April.
No, it's the end of April, April 24th.
Okay, interesting.
Coming up.
Go ahead, Sid.
Okay. Benjamin Howers says it was my birthday in March, big 18. So I treated myself with the Muppets 2011 and Videodrome with the fire.
Wow.
emoji.
That's awesome. The Muppets would love Videodrome.
Could not pick two more different movies.
Wow, at 18
There was a
years
lot of
old,
whiplash in that movie.
I got a lot happening right now. Happy birthday. I was not watching Videodrome at 18. I'll tell you that
No,
much.
I wasn't
But
either.
it would have made you a
But
lot
hey,
cooler,
that's
probably.
what you want to do at 18? Do you watch
Yeah.
Videodrome all day, man?
Yeah.
Start him young.
What is it? Flesh is the new... What is the...
Surgery is the new
The
sex.
new sex, but that's Crimes of the Future.
That's Crimes of the Future.
Oh, but the slogan in Videodrome is like it's like become the new flesh or something, or
something like that. Yeah, something with the
Oh,
flesh.
Yeah.
If I just
Yeah,
Google
something of the
Videodrome
flesh.
Videodrome flesh quote, I got long live the new flesh.
Long live the new
Oh.
flesh. Yeah, yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
is, yeah. Okay, my turn, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There's so many to choose from. Gabby says it was obviously Project Hail Mary. I'm pissed that the new Mario movie is taking away its IMAX run. Also, gotta shout out the Peaky Blinders movie. Seeing the conclusion of my dad's and my favorite show on the big screen was amaze.
Aw,
Oh, that's
in
really sweet.
theaters.
that's
Nice.
wonderful. How special.
And in theaters is even cooler.
Yeah, that's really cool. Sarko Plank says my favorite first time watch of March was Emma from 2020. I read and loved the book by Jane Austen for the first time before watching it. This movie version really leaned into the humor of the book, and I was pleasantly surprised. Emma is an amazing movie.
Love
Emma's
that.
cool.
I love Emma.
That was cool.
Ty Walton says, out of sight, Aaron Brockovich, Contagion, tried to fill in gaps in my Soderbergh
I was
experience.
like, all Soderbergh movies.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I always forget he
Uh,
did Aaron Brockovich.
He did, and it's great.
So
I
good.
rewatched
Great
that
movie.
earlier this year. I think.
I watch that
did.
movie all the time. If it's just on, it's like the best. Just turn on.
It's
so
good.
good.
It is like quintessential. You walk away, do chores, and then you stop to like stand and watch.
Yeah.
Type
Yeah.
movie.
Hold
Like there's
up.
just so many heater moments. Julia Roberts just going ham for the entire time. Oh, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
All those movies are good. Shout out to Soderbergh.
Yeah.
New Soderbergh this
best.
month, by the way.
Yeah, the Christophers. Go see it.
The
Everyone go
Christophers.
see it.
Good.
I'm gonna watch again.
I'm excited.
Double
It's so
Michaela
good.
Cole movies this month.
Yes,
She's
Wow.
in Mother Mary.
good because Michaela Cole's fucking
She's
talented.
the best. Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to see her in more movies.
100% agree.
Let's see here. Hannah's. Oh, wait, my turn. I'm
yes.
just assuming it is. Okay. Hannah said my MVP first watches of the month were The Company of Strangers. I love being a woman. Sing Sing. I sobbed so hard. Can't believe I missed this in theaters. And last but not least, Lady Snowblood. Women seeking revenge is my favorite genre.
Wow.
Wow.
Good shouts.
Love that.
That's awesome. Death in Her Hand says, I watched The Secret Agent for the first time in March during Regal's Best Picture Fest. Such a phenomenal film. I think top 3 of the decade so far for me.
Wow.
And
Of the
as part of
decade.
the Latino community, I am loving this run of Brazilian films being acknowledged by the Academy. Hope to see it continue. I agree.
Yeah,
Okay,
That's
has
so
been
It'd be
awesome.
really cool to see.
Great
Nice.
movie.
Riley is tired 96 said
Wake up,
Naked
Riley.
Gun.
Take a
Have
nap.
coffee, Riley. Naked Gun 2025. The snowman bit had me in tears.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
With the laughing emoji.
Think about it all the time.
That was a good bit. Yeah.
That's so my humor
movie.
to a T. Just that kind of thing. It's so good. Let's see here. Nemo173, find your dad, says favorites first time watch of March. was Blade.
Oh.
So much sauce, that opening, and is one of the coolest things ever. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Blade is so good.
More movies should open up with nightclubs and blood pouring
People
down.
grinding
Every
with blood
movie.
all over them. Oh my God.
That's
Yeah.
true with any movie. I don't care what movie it is.
I totally
That's
agree.
how it should open up.
Yes. Let's see. Okay. Easy Bake Owen says Kiki's delivery service for the 4K IMAX re-release. New favorite Ghibli. That's special.
Nice.
That got quite a few shouts actually. And I was like, that's so nice.
That's very
Kiki's is
sweet.
awesome.
He's
It's a great
great.
one. Sir Torchington says favorite first watches of March are Cleo from 5 to 7, kind of blew my mind in a few ways, and Falcon Lake, which was so good and cute with a great ending. Oh, also Y Tu Mama Tambien, rented it from my library on DVD. Shout out Claira.
Nice.
Library mention. Everyone should get
Yeah.
a library card.
There's so much resources there that you
Yeah.
can check out.
It's so awesome.
Have I heard of
And-
Falcon Lake?
Having a library card gets you access to Canopy.
And
So-
Hoopla.
Yeah, it
And
does.
Hoopla.
You get
So
2 streaming services for free,
there's
and they
so
have
much
like a
available for
lot
free.
on them.
Yeah. Julian said, grad school has been making it hard to fit in movies in my schedule.
Wow.
But for a cheat answer, I got to see my favorite movie of 2025, Sentimental Value, in the cinema after only watching it on digital. Other than that, Jujutsu Kaisen and The Pit have been cinema every week.
Yeah.
Oh,
JJK's over now, right? Or season 3's over, or whatever.
Season 3's over.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I've seen people like it.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'll catch up now.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Okay. Tyler Go says, hey everyone, it's been a minute. Welcome back, Tyler.
Hey, Tyler.
I def say Project Hail Mary or Dunkirk. Amaze, amaze, amaze.
Dunkirk.
wow.
Dunkirk.
Okay, that's a big one.
I know.
I think Dunkirk is underrated.
I like Dunkirk.
I think it's better than what people give it credit.
Yeah.
I think so
People
too.
write it off as a kind of like a boring Nolan because it's not time loop.
But it
stuff.
is,
But
you
it
know, it
kinda
is playing with
is.
time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
just in
but-
a less like, it's more in like
explicit way.
a formal way than like part of the narrative. Yeah.
Exactly. I think Dunkirk is great though.
Yeah, I agree.
Very good movie.
We were all convinced Harry Styles was a good actor.
No,
'cause of
like
that movie.
truly, like that came out and I was like, oh, my boy's gonna be in a movie star forever now.
Yeah.
And then don't worry, darling happened.
And what's the other one?
Eternals.
Mr. Police.
Eternals.
Oh, my policeman.
Oh, I
Policeman.
saw that. Yeah.
Mr. Policeman's
Mr.
snowman.
Policeman.
Mr. Policeman.
Nice try, Mr. Policeman.
What a silly ass movie.
Oh my god.
All right.
Ooh. Okay.
Anthony said, I watched
Wait,
Spike.
Wait, it's
Oh.
Sydney's turn.
It's
I
my
read that. I
turn.
read that.
Oh, my bad.
Laura E. Wimmer said,
I was gonna read that
Secretary.
one.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's too late now. Said Secretary 2002. LMAO. It was surprisingly funny. Two
The horse
losers.
movie?
Secretary.
No,
Oh,
Secretary.
no. Okay,
Not a horse
Not
movie.
Secretariat.
No.
No.
Okay,
The horse
this-
movie.
Is that the Maggie Gyllenhaal one?
Yeah.
Okay.
With James Spader.
I thought you said Secretariat.
I mean, she is like on all fours at one point.
Oh.
That's true. She
It's
is.
not.
Yeah.
She's
Interesting.
Horsey. Laura said two losers matching each other's freak, which is literally exactly what that movie is. But I think that movie is like really beautiful, and I love the ending.
Okay,
Yay.
I've never seen it.
It's great.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Anthony said, I watched Fight Club for the first time this month. I went in pretty blind, and it was a complete mindfuck at the end. Great movie.
Wow.
Cool.
Oh, I'm glad you avoided spoilers for that long.
Yeah, that's awesome. Shane Eisenhower says Dallas Buyers Club and The Wedding Banquet were both solid first timers.
Oh, Wedding Banquet. That
I
was sweet.
wonder which Wedding Banquet, the original or the remake from last year?
Oh, right. That's right. Maybe
My
the
gut
remake?
says the remake.
Yeah.
Oh, you reckon?
It's just more accessible.
That's true. That is true. I feel like the
It's on Hulu,
original
I
is
think.
hard to.
I didn't
watch
even know it
online.
was a remake.
Oh,
when it came out.
really?
Ang Lee.
Yeah.
Ang Lee.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sid.
I know now. Zoe KZ Writes says, plain clothes. I love films that do cool things with editing. Also, Tom Blythe killing it and gay with the pink heart emoji.
Yay.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
plain
Plain Clothes.
clothes kind of rocked. I'm glad it's gotten some shouts on like a couple of the
Quite
monthly
consistently,
recaps.
actually. Yeah.
You know what I watched recently with Tom Blythe?
What was it? We were talking
People
about
We
it.
Meet on Vacation.
No.
I did watch that, but
Is
was in
that who
January.
that is?
Yeah.
What was it recently
Yeah.
that you were watching?
I watched Wasteman.
Wasteman.
Oh shit! Yeah, but wasn't
How's
that
that?
good?
I thought it was great.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
that was
yeah.
a
Really
a
good.
big TIFF one that
Yeah.
Didn't have time
Tom
for.
Blythe and David Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a prison drama. It's really good.
Ooh,
Cool.
Really cool shit. Yeah, really liked that one a lot.
Hell yeah, dude.
I think it comes out in the States this month at some point.
Okay. Cool.
My turn? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, no one's going to freak out? Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to read Gunny Bun. Oh, kind of like
Bun.
Bunny Gun. PHM aside. Glorious.
Yeah.
Faye first time watches would be The Killer, 1989. Yes, the one you're thinking. And Ready or Not, Chow Yun Fat could literally do anything to me and I would not be mad. He's just so fucking cool.
Oh my God, he's so cool and
Wow.
sexy. Dude, The
He is
Killer's
very
so
cool.
good.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
That's going to be in theaters soon.
They're putting a lot of cool shit in theaters, man.
all
They're
the
putting
Hong
Speed Racer
Kong-
back in theaters.
They are.
Yeah.
They're really killing the
They're letting us
repertory game.
Eat.
They
I'm
really
glad.
are.
People are yearning for it, man.
People
They
love
are.
that. Yeah.
I think that's
Uh,
great.
Last one, Clara.
Okay. Jay Parker 16 says, not sure if this counts, but The Pit has been very good this month. Yes, it has.
You can say The Pit.
Say The Pit.
Dude, we're Pit fans. We
We
love,
love
the
The
Pit.
Pit. We'll
Some
accept
really
that.
good episodes in March. Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
I'm so excited to watch the last night.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah. Am I doing another one?
Yeah, last
Okay.
round for us.
Max Benson said, Chronology of Water reminded me of The Outrun, which was my favorite of 2024. That is a really
Ooh.
fascinating comparison. I like that. The Outrun was the one with Saoirse Ronan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for
that was
anyone
like
who
the last thing
hasn't seen
she's
it.
been in. Where's she been? Oh, she's gonna be in something else soon, but
Yeah.
she's interesting. Like slips in and out of. being in
She
movies.
does, yeah. She's
Mhm.
very low key.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
No.
Last one I'll read is Mario Garzai 9692 says, I didn't realize how many first time watches I squeezed into March until I listened to the pod this morning. Then I remembered the Oscars were this month and basically all my free time went to catching up on nominees. Some standouts were It Was Just an Accident, Retirement Plan. Yeah, Retirement Plan, the short.
Yeah.
Retirement.
Boo, Sydney, Retirement Plan. Let's
go.
go.
No, boo.
Friend of Dorothy, Arco, and Kokuho.
Ooh.
Project Hail Mary was also just a really fun watch. Great
Yeah.
lineup, Mario.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
All right,
nice.
unfortunately, we have to close it out there. So many great answers, but as you can imagine, there was one very clear winner here. Project Hail Mary was mentioned 75 times. The next highest was Hoppers at 13 times.
Is this like the highest disparity we've ever
I-
seen?
Feels like it.
It's up there as well. I think when the month after Sinners came out, I think the Sinner mentions was like similar
the
to
charts.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like unreal.
Makes sense.
Many mentions. Yeah.
Hopper, Sentimental Value, 13 mentions. Secret Agent, 11. Pillion, 9. It Was Just an Accident, 9. Forbidden Fruits, 9. After Hours, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, and Train Dreams round out the most mentioned movies.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the end of Q&A. Remember, next week's question, which movie do you think could be a video game? Which video game do you think could be a movie? Let us know. And that is the end of this episode on Super Mario Galaxy. It felt like a year ago when we talked
Yeah.
about that movie, but it was just 90 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I
All
felt
right.
like I saw it so long ago, but we
I know,
literally
it does
saw it
feel like that.
a couple days
This
ago.
week. Next week on the pod, we'll be talking the drama. And then as the month goes on, we have Lee Cronin's The Mummy on the docket, along with something else, I'm sure.
Michael.
Michael, yeah.
So big month in April. Check out the Patreon for exclusive episodes. We're talking Ironheart pretty soon and other really fun
We're going to be doing
things.
La La Land.
Oh, we're doing
The
La
Mummy.
La Land
We're doing Better Man.
and Better
we
Man.
are doing Better Man.
We're doing a lot of musicals.
we just did Cats.
We just did Cats. That was
That was an episode.
an episode. That was a
was
real episode.
Traumatizing.
We talked about Jellicle cats
Yes.
for a long time.
Yes, we did.
We gave ourselves Jellicle names.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
What was your name, Clara?
No,
Wake
that's
up.
for patrons only.
Oh,
Well, I already, well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
your little tease.
you get one name. One name. All right. That's the end of the episode. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day, night, weekend, and we will see you guys next time.
Goodbye, listeners.
Bye-bye.